I think we are basically live at the moment. Yeah, let's just go through some people. Alright, just a moment. Alright. Alright, good. Alright, guys, good. So, we are here. We are literally live at the moment, guys. We going through these people. There's a paper 2021. Let me see. This will be a 2022 paper. Perhaps I could say. Alright. I'm so sorry, guys. A little bit late at the moment. I try my best to go ahead and ensure that I could have the paper done in time. There's a lot. Trust me, guys. It's a lot. Alright. And it's just me alone doing this paper, and that was the whole reason I didn't get to complete the paper, guys. So I need everyone to to pay attention. Hello, guys, welcome back. Hello, welcome. Good night, Jay Broken Kata. Good night, good night. Are you doing foods paper one? I will be doing foods paper one. Let me see. After this live, I will be doing foods, because I think foods will be what, tomorrow, I guess, right? I think so. All right, good, guys. Welcome to everyone that's just joining the stream. If you're new, guys, make sure everyone do drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to turn on the post notifications. We're just gonna go through the people together. So if you're new here, please subscribe. If you're not new, please hit the like button. All right. Good. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather again, guys. I'm not really much, feeling that much. I'm feeling like I'm having flu. But we're just gonna go through the paper. Good. Welcome to everyone that's just joining the stream. Good night. Good night. Good night. All right. Food papers 2 was yesterday. I'm saying about paper 1. When will be paper 1 will be for foods will be doing. All right. Good. Guys, so here this is the topics of the physical education, and the first paper you guys will be getting in the morning, the paper you guys will get is the paper 1A. So the 1A is a paper that's paper 2. So what you guys will be doing, you guys will need to fill out all of these blanks that therefore they will be asking. So the first paper you will be getting, guys, is the paper 2 for the physical education. So and then after you get the multiple choice after thereof. So we're just gonna go through the paper 2 and we're going through multiple choice after. Alright, so I hope everyone is prepared and ready to take notes. Alright, everyone that's just joining the live, guys, make sure you guys do like the video and share the video so we can have a greater audience. We can have, the video can reach out to more students thereof before the practice before your exams. Alright, good. So here we're just going to touch on the topic here, which is history, development, and physical education and sport. Alright, thereof it says we need to name 2 major sporting events other than Olympic Games. Alright, so thereof we can see here, guys, 2 major sporting events other than Olympic Games. We can say it could be Paralympics. So Paralympics is a game for persons who are, I would say, disabled. Just a moment, guys. Alright, please. Alright, good. Sorry, guys. Yes, so as I mentioned, Paralympics is for games. It's a type of games for persons who are disabled. Alright, so that is another sporting event other than Olympic Games. Another one we can say is Pan American Games. Alright, or we can say Winter Games or World Cup cricket, football, etc. So we can say all of these could be, a major sporting event other than Olympic Games. Alright, or Karifta. We can even say Karifta Games. Does everyone understand what's going on, guys? We have 40 person watching the live, guys. Can we get at least 35 likes on the stream? Please, guys. Alright, don't let things look so hard. Let's go. We're moving forward, guys. Alright, so here they're talking about the major sporting event other than Olympics. So these are, I could say, all of them would be major sporting event. So they only say that we need to name two. Therefore, I name around like, let me see, five of them. But you guys could choose either between any of these. All right, good. All right, so moving forward, it says choose any two of the modern Olympic Games listed below. For each games, describe one action that was taken at the event to make a political statement. Alright, so thereof guys, we need to choose either between all of these here. We're talking about these each games. So we'd have seen that we'd have Berlin 1936 games, or we have the 1968 Mexico City games, or the Montreal game. All right, let me just erase this one because it was not the Montreal. The one that I choose, guys, was the 1968 Mexico City game. So we have seen that is on October 16, right? 1968. We'd have seen that therefore two black US athletes. So we are talking about Tommy Smith and John Carlos. Therefore, we have seen what would have happened to during the political statement, guys, that they wanted to for us to describe here. Would have seen that when they won, they stood on the podium at Mexico City, all right, Olympics. Their head was bowed. Therefore, we have seen that they were wearing black socks with no shoes. So we have seen that Smith wore a black scarf. So the scarf was wrapped around his neck. All right, and as the U.S. National anthem played, they raised black gloves in the silence of the protest. All right, sorry. So therefore, guys, we are talking about the 1968 Mexico City Games. So this was the action, I would say, or the event. Therefore, was taken at the event, right? So this was the action that was taken at the event. So this is the action that we use here to make the political statement. So far, this question would be, let me see how many marks, 4 marks, and it's very simple. All right. Hope everyone is understanding, guys. Sorry. All right, good. So here, guys, we could choose any of these and we could just elaborate on them. So far about the Mexico City Games, we have seen that Tommy Smith and John Carlos, this one is a very popular one. So if you were supposed to see this tomorrow on your paper, on the physical education paper 1A, you guys supposed to know how long to, go ahead and, deal with it. And it's very simple. All right, very simple. Moving forward, guys. I hope I'm not going too fast. Sorry. So here it says national governing bodies are sorry guys. So national governing bodies are involved in developing and implementing sport related. We are talking about initiatives. Let me see here. Just a moment. Yes. Yes, guys. So we are talking about the national governing bodies that are, involved in developing and implementing sport-related initiatives. So therefore, it says we need to state state the name, or I would say our one national governing body for sports. So we should know this, guys. We can say Netball Jamaica. So that would be one governing, body for sports. We can say Jamaica Football Federation, which is JFF, and others, so on. So we can either choose any of these, guys. Once you know the national governing body for sports, we should able to choose any of these options, and it should follow. Very simple and easy. All right. And while you guys is on the live, guys, make sure you guys like the video, please. We can at least have like 65 likes on the stream. Remember to like the video, guys, so we can reach to further students as well before their preparation of their exams tomorrow. All right, so share the video, guys, share the live, and like the video. Thank you so much. And we're moving forward. Feel free to interact in the comment section, guys. Are you guys copying? Does you guys understand? Should I, am I going too fast? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Are you following? Yes or no? All right. Good. Good. All right, good. So here, guys, just gonna scroll down to the other question. It says in many Caribbean countries, right, there are governmental agency that plays, I would say, an important role in the promotion of sport throughout the country. So here we need to describe one role of the governmental agency in the I would say the promotion of sport. Alright, so therefore what we would have seen, guys, the first thing first, you can say one role of the governmental agency in the promotion of sports is what they do is we'd have seen that they dealt with cooperation. So the cooperation would, interact with the international regional body, and and what they actually do is to concentrate in the field of sports. So that would be one role of the governmental agency in the promotion of sports. So this would be one. Let me just highlight it here. So this would be one. All right, that is one. So we have seen that it deals with the cooperation with the international regional body, and it concentrate in the field of sports. And we have seen the second one now. Here would have been where we are seeing it promotes sports and their organization by all of the methods that include distribution of grants, funds, and training and thereof. All right, so we can say etc. So therefore, we have seen what they do here is the distribution of grants, funds, and training and thereof. So that would be, they only said one role, but I only give two. So you guys could choose any one simple role that you guys know that, dealt with the governmental agency in the promotion of sports. Does everyone following? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Does everyone following? We're moving along, all right? Good. Moving along to the other one. All right, good. So here, so far, guys, we have seen a diagram here. So let me just zoom out this diagram a little so everyone can see. So we are talking about anatomy and physiology. So you guys need to know this. This topic is a wide variety of topic, right? The anatomy and physiology. So therefore, it says we have seen a diagram here showing the bone in the human leg. So we need to go ahead and look. So let me just go ahead and scroll down a little bit so you guys could see what's going on here. All right, good. So the main bone that they are talking about here, guys, we need to go ahead and label them. So here we have A and we have B. Everyone is understanding? Yes. Good. All right, so we need to label the main bone, and you guys need to know this for sure. 100% you will see this in your exams tomorrow. They may show this. All right, so you need to know how to label the bones. Sorry. So we are talking about the tibia, guys. All right. So the tibia bone, we need to know about the tibia bone. So we have the tibia, we have the fibula. So the tibia and the fibula, I would say there are two long bones located in the lower leg. All right. So the tibia now, guys, sorry, is a larger bone on the inside, and the fibula now would be the smaller bone on the outside. So look, sorry. So the outer bone would have been B, would be the smaller bone outside, would be the fibula. And the bigger bone inside would be the tibia, right? So these are the two bones, right, in the human leg. So we have the tibia, we have the fibula. Does everyone understand what's this going on? Is this section paper 1A, B, or 1A or 1B? All right, so this paper, guys, sorry, it would be normally with paper we normally get first, guys. You normally get like 1A first. I think yeah, they normally give 1A paper first or 1B. I think it's 1B if I don't think 1B. This would be for 1B. Yes, 1B, and then you will get 1A. 1A would be the multiple choice. So you will get this paper first, guys. Let me explain to you. Guys will get this paper first, that you need to know how to label diagram and explain what is I would say anatomy or sorry, and physiology. Therefore, we can go along and explain more on the diagrams. So we will see about muscles, about the human body. We may see diaphragms, we may see lungs, we may see all of those. So you guys need to know to label the paper 1A first. All right, Mia, good. All right, good. So we're just moving along, guys, so far. So we have seen that the two main bone here, the bigger bone would be the tibia, and the smaller bone outside of the lower leg. Therefore, we'd have seen called the fibula. So everyone do understand how to label the bone, right? Good. Sorry. I thought it was paper 1B first. No, not really. All right, guys, we have 83% watching the live, guys. Can all of the persons who are watching the live please like the video so we can the video can reach out to more students, please. All right, guys, Everyone do like the video and share the video. If you have any friends or classmates, you can share it to them. Thank you so much. Alright guys, so this is another diagram here, and I need everyone to pay attention, because you may, and it's, well, it's 100% guaranteed that you guys will see this diagram tomorrow in your exams. Trust me, alright? And here we need to know how to label the human, this will be a diagram of the muscle in the human leg. So therefore we need to know how to label it, right? So therefore we have seen that the diagram of the muscle in the human leg, so we have C and we have D. So how to label it? So for C, guys, you're talking about the gluteus, sorry, the gluteus maximus. Alright, so we need to understand the diagram. So you're talking about the gluteus maximus, guys. We need to know this. This would be the, I would say, it's any three muscles it's near to the buttocks, right? That move the thigh and the largest push of the gluteus maximus. So we need to know, so what does I would say the function of the gluteus maximus, therefore what it do is to control the flexion on the trunk on the stand side, that I would say decelerate the swing leg perhaps. Alright, so this is what the gluteus maximus do. Alright, and for the bicep femoris, we need to understand, guys. Let me just show you here so you guys could see. So right here would be the bicep femoris. Alright, good. So guys, let me just the function of the bicep femoris is normally response for the thigh extension. So what does the let me just zoom down so you guys could see a little bit. So right here, D, right here, we're talking about the bicep femoris. I swear D was arm string. No, this is the human leg, not arm. All right, sorry guys. So the sorry. So let me explain something to you guys. The bicep, you're sort of correct, Illinium, but let me explain something to you. You see the bicep femoris, the muscle is normally, I would say, normally form of arm string. So you were right in the sense, but it's form of arm string, so it would not be arm string muscle. You understand? Because yes, this the bicep is also called the arm string. It's form, kata. It's form of arm string. It's not normally called arm string, but it's form, right? It's formed from arm string muscle. All right. So, but these muscles are responsible for the thigh extension and knee flexion, and also the external rotation, I would say, of the both hip and leg. So this is what the bicep femoris the femoris do. So let me just explain something. Let me just write it here. So it's what it normally do, guys. It's formed from the arm string muscles, because normally person who's normally labeled this as arm string, but it's not arm string. The right name for the muscle here is bicep femoris, but it's formed from the arm string muscles. Does everyone understand what's going on here? Alright, good. Alright guys, I hope everyone here, if you're new, make sure you guys do subscribe, like the video, and feel free to share the live, please. Alright, share the live, guys, and like the video so we can reach out to more students. Thank you so much. Alright, good. So I hope everyone is clear on this one. So the muscle here for C, we need to understand, we are talking about the gluteus maximus. Alright, does everyone understand? Sir, someone says sir. 1B answer 1968 Mexico City. Alright, let me go back on the Mexico City one. Sorry. Alright, so this is the Mexico City one. So what am I saying though? Let me just zoom out a little bit. Mexico. So the Mexico City game here would be from when in October 16, 1968. We'd have seen that the two black athletes. So the two black athletes we are talking about, guys, we are talking about Tommy Smith and John Carlos. This I would say the story is a very popular one. In 1968 Mexico City games, we are seeing that Tommy Smith and John Carlos, they both stood on the podium at Mexico City Olympic. That's when they won. Therefore, what we are seeing that they would have bowed their heads, and what they do, they wore black socks with no shoes. Therefore, what they do, they wrap the scarf around their neck as the U.S. National anthem played. What they do, they they raise their hands, but their hands did have the black gloves, hands in the silence of protest. All right, good. So it's very simple, guys, and so far we have received 4 marks for this question, and it's very simple. All right, good. So we're moving along. I didn't know anything about the Mexico City thing. Now you know. So the two main character here would be for the Mexico City. You need to know their name, Tommy Smith and John Carlos. All right, good. So these two person was two black men. Just for you to understand. So it was two black U.S. athletes, two black U.S. athletes. But what they do, they were three athletes instead, I would say. But the three athletes was two black men and one white man. But these two black men, what they do was, they hold down their heads, they bowed their heads while the national anthem was, being, I would say, played. Therefore, what they also do is to raise their hands, but their hands was, black gloves, hands in silent protest. All right, good. And they didn't wear no shoes. They only wear black socks. All right, very simple. So you guys supposed to know this about the 1968 Mexico City Games. Is it trend for that to come on the paper? It's 100% possible you will see this on the paper. 100%. All right, nothing changed about physical education. Nothing changed. It doesn't really change up the paper. You guys will see all of these, all 4 of these. All right. So you need to know them, not just the Mexico City game, but you need to know this one because they may exclude out the Mexico City game and exclude Berlin game. All right. Someone says maybe because most of the people I saw it is okay. All right, good. So moving along now, guys. Just a moment. Let me. Sorry. So I need everyone to like the video, guys. I would really appreciate it. We can have at least 100 like on the video, alright? And share the stream as well, guys. We're moving forward because we're going through a lot of people tonight. And I'll be going through, multiple choice people as well. So hope you guys are ready for that as well. Alright? Good. So moving forward now. So as you guys can see here, we already go through the bones. We have the tibia and the fibula. Right? Now we're just gonna go through the this was the muscle of the human leg. So we were talking about the gluteus maximus, and we have the bicep femoris. Alright, most persons normally label it as hamstring, but we know that it's made up of the hamstring muscle. Alright, good. So I hope everyone is copying. Does everyone understand what's going on here? Let me know in the comment section, because I need everyone to understand. Alright, does everyone understand? Alright, so we're just gonna move along now. We're just gonna move along, alright? Good. So just a moment. So here, guys, alright, so far let me just zoom out this a little bit so you guys can see what's going on here. Alright, so what they're asking here, we have seen the diagram showing the footballer kicking a ball at 2 positions. So we see A and B, right? So the position A is where we're kicking what? So we have seen that for position A, we have seen that we're going to explain between the skeleton and the muscular system, how they work to bring the kicking, the action in figure 3. As I would say, the striking of the leg move forward and A to be position. Alright, so this is how we're going to explain it. So far, I would say as the kicking legs comes forward, we have seen that the muscle in the leg, I would be specifically, we're talking about the gastrocnemius. So we're talking about the solos that we're talking about, like the contract that they generate the power within the power and the speed of the leg. So here we are talking about the power right here. Alright, so we are talking about the power. We have seen where the contract generate the power and speed. So after we are seeing that the kicking foot makes the contact with the ball. So far we can see here. So this would be the power. We generate the power and speed. So for position A, generate the power and speed to kick the ball. And for position B here, we have seen what would happen. We'd have seen that, we'd have seen that the kicking would make contact with the ball, what would have happened would be typically accomplished through the use of the muscle in the foot and ankle. So we'd have seen that the whole muscles and the muscles and foot in the ankle, we are seeing that he would have basically accomplished to kick the ball in position B here. Alright, so this is the action what happened between the muscular system and the skeletal. So we are seeing that it would contract and generate the power and speed, and we have seen that the kicking then would make contact with the ball, which would be typically accomplished through the use of the muscle in the foot and ankle. Alright, so does everyone understand how this position here, how you could go along and explain it? So far we are talking about the contract to generate. So far we have seen that the foot here contract to generate the speed and power to kick the ball. Right after you have seen that position B here would have kicked the ball, what would have happened? What helped position this I would say footballer here to kick the ball was the use of the muscle in the foot. So the use of the muscle in the foot and the handle here, would have helped to kick the ball. Good. Alright guys, so I hope everyone understands so far. I really going through, and I hope everyone understands. Alright guys, feel free to like the video guys. Can we get at least 100 like on the video guys? I would really appreciate it. Alright, and share the video as well. Share the live with your friends or classmates perhaps. I really appreciate it. Alright, good. So far here it says we need to suggest two positive effect of weightlifting on the muscular system. Just a moment guys. Good. Alright, so here we have seen that the two positive effect of weightlifting on the muscular system, what it would do. So first thing, one here, we'd have seen that it improves the muscle strength and tone to protect the joint from injury. Alright, so this is what we are talking about here. So the two positive effect of weight lifting on the muscular system, it improves muscle strength and tone. And what the muscle strength and tone do is to protect your joints from injury. Now the second one now, we'd have seen what it do here is to maintain the flexibility and balance. Alright, and what happened, we'd have seen that which can help. So what the maintain the flexibility and balance do is to help to remain independent as age. So we all know about like the weight management would have been increased, so muscle to fat ratio. So as you gain muscle, your body would burn more kilojoules when at rest. Alright, so this is very simple. Alright, very simple guys. Alright, so we're just gonna move along forward, and I hope everyone understands here. Alright, so far we need to see, these would be the two possible positives, not possible, the positive effect of weightlifting on the muscular system. Alright, so I hope everyone understand here. So we are talking about the flexibility and balance. So what this do is to help to remain independent as age, and we all know about the weight management. So what the weight management will do is to increase the muscle fat ratio. So as you gain muscle, then what would happen? Your body will burn more kilojoules when you're resting. Alright, good. So it's gonna move along. We're just gonna move along. Alright, does everyone understand? Someone referred to muscular hypertrophy. Well, yes, well, muscular hypertrophy, yes, well, it can be in a sense. When you're talking about the sense, yes, that's the whole 60. Alright, let me explain something to you guys, what I need everyone to understand. Alright, so when you're talking about muscular hypertrophy, we need to know this. Alright, so what happened between muscular hypertrophy, guys? What really happens, it's when we are seeing that muscle. So muscular hypertrophy now is when we are seeing that muscle protein would have been exceed muscle protein breakdown. So we're talking about, we see most of the times what would happen is most like if the muscles are growing normal, we'd have seen that there would be, normally to resistance to the training exercise, and hypertrophy can be harm. So what hypertrophy do, I need everyone to understand between the difference between muscular hypertrophy and the weightlifting and the muscular system. I need everyone to understand. Alright? Just a moment, guys. Just a moment, please. What happened here? I don't know just a moment, guys, please. I don't know what's really happening here. Alright, good. What's going on? Alright, just a moment, guys. Skirt. Alright, good. Alright, so what I was mentioning about the muscular hypertrophy now, guys, what happened due to the muscular hypertrophy, we have seen most of the times there would be the enlargement of the total muscle mass. So we are talking about like the I would say the area, the cross-sectional area of the muscle. Therefore, muscular hypertrophy, guys, it's more like common, I would say, in like, for example, the twitch slow muscles, such as like, for example, the fibers exhibit the greater growth. So we have seen that there would be more, often with the muscular hypertrophy. So what really happened between the muscular hypertrophy, we'd have seen there would be an enlargement of the total muscle mass. All right. So that's what would happen when you're referring to muscular hypertrophy. All right, good. So we're moving along, and I hope everyone understand what is the difference and the effects of muscular, system. Here we are talking about the weightlifting, the two positive effect. All right. Does everyone understand? I hope everyone is following. All right. So we're moving along so far. All right, good. So here, let me just zoom up this a little bit, guys, so you guys could see what's going on. All right. So this is fitness and performance, right? It says we are seeing that figure 4 illustrate the execution of the open skill and the closed skill in two sports. So far, guys, we can see there would be a pass in the netball, and we have seen there would be a free throw in basketball. All right, so we all need to understand what is going on here. So what is really going on here? We have seen there a pass in a netball, and we are seeing that this guy here is throwing throwing in a basketball. So what would have happened here? We just go along and see what they are asking for. So he says we need to identify the sport figure for an open skill. So what is an open skill? We all need to know these terms. All right? All right. So first thing first, when we're referring to open skill, we need to know what is an open skill. Alright, so this is the term of an open skill, guys. So an open skill are like skill that is affected by environment. So far, we are seeing here, pass in netball would be an open skill because what? It's being affected by the environment. So what you normally mean, like, for example, the control, we are talking about like the factors. So therefore, we have seen that the outside of control of the performer. So for example, we are seeing that the skill would have been timing and form. Alright, so therefore, when you're passing, I would say, a netball, you'd have to work with timing. So therefore, it's very affected by your environment. So that is what we are referring to as an open skill. Alright, good. So therefore, we'd have seen that a pass in a netball would be in an open skill. Good. I hope everyone is paying attention. And we're moving forward, so I hope everyone paying attention. Alright. And while you're on the live, guys, please feel free to like the video, share the stream, and if you're new, remember to turn on the post notification, subscribe, and I will really appreciate it. Alright, not a problem. And we all here to learn, and I need everyone to pay attention. Alright, because we're moving forward, and I need everyone attention, guys. Please, I need every single one attention here. Alright, good. So like the video, guys, and share in the meanwhile. Alright, good. So here we have seen the other. They are reference to use in figure 4. to explain the difference between an open skill and a closed skill. So we just gonna go ahead and explain the difference between an open skill and a closed skill. So far we'd have seen that the passing a netball would be a what? An open skill. So this would have been an open skill so far, right? And so far we'd have seen that the throw in the basketball would be a closed a closed skill. So I need everyone to pay attention, guys, because you may see this in your exams tomorrow and it's 100% guaranteed. And you guys going to say, oh, I didn't teach you this, so I need everyone to pay attention. Alright? Because PE is very easy. So a difference between an open skill and a closed skill, let me just go along and read this so you guys could see what's going on. So here, an open skill, guys, would be used in a situation that is constantly changing and influence its environment. So therefore, what we were talking about, guys, using timing. So the timing would be influencing the environment when we are passing, in netball. All right, good. When you're talking about like free throw in the basketball, now we are talking about closed skill. All right, so what would have happened in the closed skill would have been more stable in a sense. All right, in the situation where the player would stand, so one would stand while the shot is being attempted. So remember, when you're doing a free throw at a basketball, you have stand still and make your attempt, right? Push, shot, simple. All right, so what would have happened there is where we'd have been standing at one position, and making your attempt. So that would be a closed skill. So therefore, your environment would have not been, affected thereof. But what happened with the open skill now, you'd have to work with timing on your, passing in netball. So that is different. All right, good. So far, let me just summarize what is the difference between an open skill and a closed skill. So an open skill is used in the situation where I've normally seen that it be changing and influencing by environment or its surrounding thereof. We're talking about whether a player is in the era where, for example, a netball player would have been, a stationary closed skill. On the other hand, we'd have normally used to predictable, like a stable situation, such as a diagram. The diagram B here, what we are talking about. We are seeing that the player would have been standing still while the shot would have been attempted. So that would have been a closed skill. So one is the closed skill is when your environment doesn't been affected, right? While open skill would be when your environment is being affected thereof. All right. So I hope everyone do understand what is the difference between a closed skill and an open skill. Good. So this is the examples of an open skill versus a closed skill. All right. I need everyone to pay attention because it's very simple. Guys, I need everyone to get a grade 1 in physical education, as I do, because I get a grade 1 and it was pretty simple. It's very easy, guys, trust me. It's one of the easiest subjects you can ever think of. Alright, so we have 169 person watching the stream, guys. I hope everyone do like the video, share the stream, and share with your friends as well, and I really appreciate it. Alright, good. Let's go along, guys. We're moving forward. Alright, good. So here we're just gonna move along. So the other question says, during a game of football, we're talking about Josette. So we have seen that Josette Woodfield hit her head and was knocked out unconscious, right? So we need to identify the injury that can occurs within 24 hours as a result of the fall. All right, so what we need to understand here, guys, if you, I would say, I don't want to use that term, but let's, for example, saying if a person go along and would say running or playing a football, this we're talking about the football game. So they're seeing that Josette fell and hit her head and she was knocked unconscious. So therefore we'd have seen this would be a concussion. So when you're talking about concussion, guys, we're talking about it would be like a mild tumor. So it would be like a mild tumor, like a little brain injury that is affected by the brain function. But thereof, what it normally do, it would be a short-term effect. So what would happen here, it would be like the concentration, like memory and balance and mood and sleep and all of that. All right, good. So concussion injury, guys, it can happen within 24 hour time frame. All right, so the what would happen here, I would have seen that the injury would have been occurred for concussion. All right, so this would be the answer here. Concussion, guys. Just a moment, please. Good. All right. So here we're talking about concussion, guys. So concussion injury that can occur, or happens between, within 24 hours. Good. So I need everyone to pay attention, please, and thank you. All right. I really appreciate everyone here. I really appreciate everyone. And I hope everyone liked the video, guys. Like the video and share it. Hit the like button. I'm not asking again. Trust me. I was just moving along. Anyway, so far, we need to go along and name the specialized position that the, we say Josette is. So Josette is right here. So we are talking about Josette. Alright? So they are asking what the position here that we are seeing Josette in. Alright? It's one S though, not two. Alright, so far the position that's been displayed here would be the recovery position. Alright, so it's very simple. So recovery position would have been here, guys. Recovery. Alright, so the position here that would have been would be recovery. Good. Very simple, one mark, very easy for that one. Alright, another question now. It says identify the emergency health personnel who is most likely to have placed Josette in the position. So first thing, if you just go along and look, who would have been this person though? Alright, so far we can just use this. Can use this. Let me just once I go along and show this, everyone should understand what type of person would be this person. Right? So if we're supposed to look on this, this person would be a what? A first aider. Right? Or we can say paramedics. Alright, so this person would be a first aider or paramedics. So very simple question. And so far they have received 1 marks. Because we are talking about most. It not says least. So if we were supposed to say least, anyone could be, anyone could put Josette, in that position thereof. But we are talking about most. So far we have seen that the, first aider or paramedics would have been the answer here. Good. I hope everyone is paying attention. If you guys are new, feel free to like the stream, subscribe, turn on the post notification, like the video if you're already here and you're not a new subscriber perhaps. Remember guys to share the stream and like. Alright, thank you so much. We're moving forward. So here we need to explain, I would say state, not just explain, but state the main difference between aerobic respiration and anaerobic. This one is a must, guys. This one is a repeated question and I need everyone to pay attention. This question is always been repeated. What is I would say aerobic respiration and anaerobic? They may just tell you to list two, like for example, 2 examples of an aerobic respiration and 2 examples of an anaerobic respiration. So what is happening here, guys? An anaerobic respiration normally happens when like oxygen is being released more energy thereof, but what would have seen here would be more slowly. All right, so one would have used I would say less oxygen, while one would have been using more. But this is how it goes. Anaerobic respiration now, guys, happens, I would say, occurs without oxygen. So one is without the use of oxygen that release energy but more quickly. So one uses oxygen and one doesn't. So anaerobic respiration now, it uses oxygen while anaerobic doesn't use oxygen. Does everyone understand? And it's very simple and precise. 1 mark, very simple. Anaerobic respiration uses oxygen, just for a simpler definition, while anaerobic doesn't. Because you see, it says occurs without oxygen and release energy but more quickly. Alright, so does everyone understand what is the main difference between an anaerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration? It's very easy and simple and precise. Alright, good. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Alright, we're moving forward. Let's go. All right, good. So we're moving along. So here he says we need to name one sporting activity in which an athlete is likely to use aerobic respiration. Good. So therefore we know that the for athletic, sorry, not athletic but athlete, for what an athlete here will use like a 800-meter or 1500-meter. So this would be one sporting activity that uses aerobic respiration. So we all know one uses oxygen while release more energy. So here for we are knowing that at 800-meter we are releasing more energy, but more slowly, but we are using oxygen, while an anaerobic doesn't use oxygen. So far we have seen that 800-meter or 1500-meter. Very simple one mark, guys. All right. So this is any one of these two, guys. They say one, and so far I give you two of them. All right, very simple. One mark. Everyone should able to, Someone says, sir, understand. Michaelia, not Michaelia. Sorry, Malika. Sorry, Malika. As you are talking about here, we need to, name the, I would say, explain the two difference between anaerobic respiration and aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. So what an aerobic respiration do, it uses oxygen, but it releases more energy. While we have seen that anaerobic, now we are talking about anaerobic. So this one we are talking about. Anaerobic respiration, it doesn't use oxygen, so without the use of oxygen, but it releases less energy but more quickly. So there's difference between anaerobic and aerobic respiration. So for aerobic respiration, we have seen it uses oxygen, but it released more energy, while anaerobic doesn't use oxygen, but it releases less energy. Does you understand? No, what they're asking here, they just say we need to, I would say, name one sporting activity which an athlete is likely to use aerobic respiration. So far we have seen once you're running and you're doing long meter, track and field. Therefore, what we are using, we normally use is more oxygen, but we are releasing more energy. So that would be an aerobic respiration. All right. Good. So everyone need to understand marathon is an aerobic respiration. Yes. Because remember you're using oxygen, but you're releasing more energy. Alright? Good. While anaerobic is like, for example, you're not using enough oxygen, but you're releasing less energy. So it's like you're not doing anything. Someone says yoga was being an anaerobic. Yes, simple. Yoga, because you're not using energy that much. Therefore, you're releasing less energy. Right? Good. So I hope everyone understand now. Everyone's supposed to have a good, a good idea. What is the difference between anaerobic and aerobic respiration? All right, guys, we have 200 persons watching the live, and I hope everyone liked the video and share. If you're new, please subscribe and turn on the post notification. I really greatly appreciate it. All right. Good. Sorry. So here, guys, it says we need to name one sporting activities in which an athlete is likely to use an anaerobic respiration. So let me explain something to you guys. Remember, anaerobic respiration now, it doesn't use oxygen. So when you're sprinting, it's just, that's it. Sprinting and that's it. Because if you finish your sprint, you're not using enough oxygen. So therefore, what you're using is less energy. Because sprinting is a quick track and field. Quick run. You alright? Simple run, guys. Not using much energy. Throw. If you were supposed to throw a ball, look at that. You're not using enough oxygen. If you were supposed to lift something, guys, alright? Throw lifts. Like you just lift up a ball and you throw it, you're not using enough. I would say you're not using enough energy, perhaps, in a sense, but therefore simple. And now jumps. If you were supposed to run and jump, perhaps in a sense you're not using enough I would say, oxygen, and you're using less energy would have been released. So therefore these are anaerobic. But we are talking about aerobic respiration now. We are talking about when you are using enough oxygen. We're doing a long distance run, 800 meter, 1500. It's very simple. All right, good. All right, all right, good. So we're moving forward now, and I hope everyone understand. Let me know in the comment section if you understand. It's very simple and precise, guys. Everyone should get a grade 1. All right, good. So we're moving along forward now, and I hope everyone understands. It's very simple. So far, we'd have received 9 marks for every questions we'd have answered so far on this section, and it's very simple. All right, I hope in a sprint you'd use oxygen. You would have used. Let me explain something to you, Zach. In the sprint, we're talking about when you're not using enough oxygen. So even if you're likely to use oxygen, you would have not using enough oxygen. That would have reached a limit to an, I would say, aerobic. Because aerobic, you uses oxygen, while anaerobic, you doesn't. All right, so you're using less. So let me just show you the go along and show you just a moment, so you guys could understand. Sorry, I'm going too far. Just a moment, guys. Let me show you something. Let me show you right here. So here we are talking about the anaerobic. So what is happening, guys? It occurs with oxygen. Look, this is a key word. It occurs with oxygen and releases what? More energy, but more slowly. So you are seeing that the energy would have, I would say, release, more energy, but it would have removed, I would say, release more slowly. While the anaerobic now would have released less energy, but more quickly. So if you were supposed to run, we know that what would happen would release less energy, but it be also more quickly. Quickly. We are talking about slowly versus quickly. So this is the difference. All right. Good. And I hope everyone understand that it's very pretty simple and precise. All right. I think I'm going too far. Let me see here. All right. Good. So far, we're just moving along, guys. I hope everyone understand what's going on. So we're going on health and nutrition. This is the topic. Health and nutrition. So here, guys, it says we need to list 3 foods, that provide athletes with the complex carbohydrate. And this one is a very simple one, very, easy one as well. So if you were supposed to say, carbohydrate that has energy. So we know about like grain, wheat, oats, rice, and etc. Also, we can also say sweet potato, yam, cassava, whatever, all of those. So those are foods, that, provide athlete with, carbohydrate. We all know about Usain Bolt, from Jamaica, and, I would say consume a lot of yams, sweet potato, all of those food that give the carbohydrate, the complex of the carbohydrate. So therefore, we have seen here that we are talking about the sweet potato, the yam, the cassava, and etc. So far, they received 3 easy marks for that question. Very simple. All right. Or even you say bread, pasta, yeah, whatever matter. It doesn't matter. It says foods. They didn't specific. This is food that's provide. But so far, we can just say this would be the ground provision. So these are ground provisions, that give the most, carbohydrate. So this is more than the energy they would have need so far. Good. Good. So we're moving along, and it says we need to explain why carbohydrates are important in the diet of an athlete. So here so far we'd have seen that carbohydrates are the body's main source of energy for athletic. I'm saying though. All right, what is for the energy? The source of energy for athletic, events. So far we have seen that carbohydrates, feeding before exercise. So what it's to do here is to help restore the glycogen stores that which would have been called upon it during the prolonged training in the high intensity competition. Sorry, what I'm saying though, I'm not saying good about competition. So herefore we have seen that the carbohydrate meal should be low fat, easily digested, and tolerated by the athlete. So we need to explain why carbohydrate is important in the diet of athlete. So far, the first main point we can see here, it is a good source of energy. So that is one main point. The other one, we can see here that what it do for them is to restore the glycogen stores. That wish here that it would be for the meal that it should be supposed to be low in fat and also easy to digest for them and to be tolerated by the athlete. All right, good. So I hope everyone will easy, to understand this because it's very simple and precise. All right, good. So far, guys, let me see how many marks we have received so far. 2 very easy marks and very simple and precise. All right, good. Now we all know that carbohydrates is the main source of energy, guys. So you should be able to manage this question if you're supposed to see it on your exams tomorrow. And for your advice, I would say for your information, guys, most of these questions you will see on your exams tomorrow. Good. Just a moment, guys, please. Good. All right. All right, good. So we're moving along. So here it says we need to suggest 2 ways in which the diet of an athlete is different from, a non-athlete, and provide justification for each suggestion. So let me explain something to you now, guys. We are going to reason. All right, listen. So first thing first, we need to suggest 2 ways why the diet of an athlete is different. So why, if you're not running, you're not doing any, I would say any physical activities, therefore you're not running, you're not, you're no sports person, why your diet should be different from mine, that I would be, a sport person thereof. Why, if you're not running, why your diet should be different between, different. So first we'd have seen that the diet now would have been increase the protein and consumption. So what does it do is to develop and repair the tissue for athletes, and it's more likely to be than non-athletes. So this is what happened here, guys. For a non-athlete, therefore we'd have seen that injuries and non-athletes to get injuries. So more likely, the whole reason why an athlete need to increase the protein consumption is to develop and repair tissue, because an athlete person would more likely to to get an injury than a non-athlete. All right, so that is the whole reason why an athlete person should increase the consumption of protein to build and repair their tissues in case of an, you would say, an injury, while a non-athlete would less likely to get an injury. All right, good. Good. So far, we're just gonna justify on our suggestion. So far here we can also see that it could be increase the fluid consumption since they sweat more. So first thing first, we'd have known that an athlete person would have sweat more when they are training and completing in sport. So far we already give our justification. So our justification here, we'd have seen that an athlete person is more likely to to get an injury less than a non-athlete, because a non-athlete will likely to get less injury because they are not doing anything. Eventually an athlete is running every day, they could have tear muscles, they could have sprains joint and all of those. All right, good. So we're just reading the comment. Let me read the comment. Someone was asking how the paper set up. The paper set up just as if you're looking at this now. The same, nothing changed. The first paper you will be getting in the morning, guys, it's the same people like this. Questions like this, same questions like this. They may just, I would say, generate them or shuffle the questions, but it's same questions like this. So I need everyone to pay attention. Alright, same questions, nothing changed. After, guys, you will receive the other paper. The other paper will be the multiple choice, and I have the multiple choice here, and we will be going through them together. So I need everyone to pay attention. So it's not only this paper I'm going through this paper and multiple choice as well. So if you guys want to sleep, get some water, wash your face, because we're not sleeping tonight. We're trying to get this out of the way. And I think I have other papers to dealt with as well, even the foods paper one. I have some other papers that I want to post. So I need everyone to pay attention. Alright, so does everyone understand? Yes, can we get 150 likes, guys, or 200 likes on the stream? Let's go. Sir, you're going to do 2021. This paper is a 2022. I don't find enough paper. So that is the whole reason why I didn't get to go ahead and post more. Sir, can see the paper good. Alright, what you need to do is to click on your upper right corner of the screen. You will see like a settings icon. Once you click on the settings icon, guys, you would click on quality. Once you click on quality, then you would see advanced. So you need to click on advanced, and then you would click on 720p resolution. And the quality of the video should change, and you should see a clearer quality. Alright, so click on the upper top of your screen. You will see the settings icon. Click on quality again, then you click on advanced. Once you click on advanced, then you should go ahead and click 720p, and you should see the quality change, the resolution quality change. Alright, good. We're moving along. When will you start the paper on one? When you will start the paper one? I will start the paper one in a few after I finish this, because you're going through the paper one, but I'm just want to make sure everyone understand the paper two first before I move along. Alright, good. So far, guys, we're going on the topic here, trends and social issues. Alright, so anything with trends and social issues, we are talking about within the sports. What is a trend? Trending. What is the trending in the sport? So we know about sponsor. First thing, guys, in every sports we have sponsor. Alright, you leave in the paper posted. Yes, the live will be on my stream. So after I end the live, everyone could go back over on the live and watch it. Alright, good. So for guys, here it says we need to state two ways in which sporting event may be sponsored. So we know about scholarship. So within I would say within sporting event, they normally do a scholarship most of the times. Like for example, we'd have seen like ISA and all of those, for example, in the sporting event and all of those. We also see about like grants. So they normally, issue out grants, cash awards, equipments, and all of those. So this is two ways in which sporting event may be sponsored. So first thing, we all know about the equipments. For example, if you're doing like cricket, they normally give out like gears, bats, and all of that. Simple. Football, the same thing. Give out t-shirt and all of that and all, equipments that would be needed. Alright, good. And all of that. And even, grants and all of those and most of those stuff. Giving out grants and all of that. So we all know about this, guys. It should be easy to go along, and have this paper sorted out, because it's very simple and very easy at the same time. So I need everyone to pay attention on the live, and it's very simple. Alright, good. Alright, I hope everyone is paying attention. Pretty simple and pretty precise. So we're moving along, guys, and I hope everyone understands what's going on here. Alright, good. So we're just gonna move along to the other question. It says we need to suggest 3 reasons why female sporting events receive less sponsorship than, I would say, male sporting. Let me see. Oh, good. So let me explain something to you here, guys. We have seen that the female sporting normally receive less sponsorship. Reason why? Because for female, we have seen it's not really everyone is interested in female sports. Alright? It's not everyone really interested in female sports. And to be honest, we'd have seen there would have been less viewers. So we'd have talking about the viewership. So we'd have seen there would be less viewership. We'd have seen there would be less interest, and also, less media coverage. So all of those would be the 3 reasons why, female sporting receive less sponsorship than male. We all know about male, sporting event. Everyone always been, coming out and doing, sponsorship and all of that. Good. Good. Alright, so I hope everyone pay attention and please watch what's going on here. So this is the whole reason, guys. So they mentioned about 3 reasons. So we all need to know there will be less viewership, less interest, and less media coverage for a female. Alright, good. Let me just go along and go on the other question. Yes, and it's also been less competitive as well. Yes, Kimran. Very good. Alright, good. Good. Very good one, Kimran. Alright, good. So here we need to say that we need to outline 2 examples that shows how computer technology has helped to improve the accuracy in sports. So what we are seeing, we are talking about the video analysis. So what the video analysis would be do to use to help the athletes to, and also to coach and improve skills. Another example, we are talking about like the goal line technology. So for example, in a football, we'd have seen that what the technology would do is it can tell what exactly happens. So tell whenever the ball crosses the line. We also seen about the goal line technology. If you're supposed to watch football, like the big FIFA on TV, therefore you'd see they had the computer technology, therefore the goal line that shows when the ball crosses the line of the goal post or all of that. Who make any wrong passing and all of that. And it's very simple. So those will be the two example how computer technology has helped to improve the accuracy in sports. Good. Yeah, the photo finish technology. Good. Good. That's what I'm talking about. Good. So everyone understands so far, and it's very simple. So this is the end of the tests. This is the end, guys. Alright. So we're just gonna move along to the multiple choice now. Oh, not multiple choice yet. Sorry, I had one more paper to go through before I go through the multiple choice. Alright, so this is the end, but I'm not ending the stream, guys. I'm just gonna go along and show you some more paper. So this was good. So let's go along to the other paper. Good. So this would be let me see which year is this. It doesn't show the year though. Let me check. 2017. Yeah, this would be a 2017 paper. Guys, I need everyone to pay attention because these will be repeated. Alright, good. I need everyone to pay attention. That was not hard. It was not hard. It was very easy. I need everyone to pay attention. Make sure everyone, while you're on the live, guys, to like the video. Can we get at least 200 likes? Because we have enough persons on the stream here, so everyone can like the video. Thank you. We are all interacting. Like the video, guys, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe, turn on the post notification, and share the live, and everyone will pass. Alright, everyone will pass with a nice grade 1. Let me just zoom up this a little bit so you guys can see what's going on here. Should I zoom it up a little bit more? Alright, good. Is this too zoomed up? To be just screwed out a little bit. Good. Yes, good. So guys, this is section B of the paper. Alright, so we're going on the topic of the history and development and of physical education and sports. Good. So here, first question, they says we need to discuss 2 ways. So far we're just going to discuss. We're just going to do like a discussion. Someone mentioned if you did paper 1 already. No. No, you asking me if I don't do this already? No, this one is a different one. This paper is a different one. TY. Alright, this one is a different one. This paper is a different one. This is the paper that I did, the 2022. This one is a 2017 one. Then these are the multiple choice. These ones are the multiple choice. Let me show you. Alright, these are the multiple choice. Alright, but I'm not ready yet. I will just finish this paper first, and then I will go over to the the multiple choice paper. Good? Alright, good. So here we're talking about history and development, and trust me, guys, this will be the first on your paper. This topic always, well, sorry about that. Alright, so this topic always be on the paper, guys. When they're talking about the history and development of physical education and sports, this always been on the paper. So here it says we need to discuss 2 ways in which studying physical education contribute to the holistic, development of an individual. So first thing first, we can say it reduces stress and anxiety. Alright, so we're talking about the 2 ways in which physical education contribute to holistic development of an individual. So you see that it normally reduces stress and anxiety, and it also helps the body to keep healthy and fit in terms of having a better health. Alright, good. Drop the link for the paper 2. Alright, good. Educate you about your body as well. Alright, good. So we're moving along now, guys. Can we get at least 200 likes on the video, guys? We're moving along. And I need everyone to... So far we have received 4 marks for that question. And it's very simple. We have 246 person watching the live, guys. Make sure everyone do like the video and share the video. I will really appreciate it. If you're new, feel free to turn on the post notification, subscribe, and feel free to, you know, be a part of the Csec gang. Good. So far it says, all right, moving along. So we see here, it says we need to list 2 sport related careers. All right, so for when you're talking about sport related careers, guys, we're talking about like physical education teacher. So we all know about this, you know, in your school. I don't know which school you're from, but if you're, you know, from the Caribbean, everyone is from the Caribbean. What I'm saying though, but which school you're from, perhaps, you know, every school should have a physical education teacher, right? And therefore we know about the physiology. So the physiologist doctor. All right, so there's the physiologist doctor now is doctor that is dealt with, I would say, sporting persons. All right, so we all need to understand this. Good. So physiologist doctor is doctor that is, you know, go ahead and, you know, dealt with sports personals. So a physiologist doctor now would be most likely research. What they normally do is to research to see how the function of the cellular level in the condition. So for a physiologist doctor now is most likely exercise. So they study how the body would normally, you know, reacts to various exercise and physical stress. So that is what a physiologist doctor do. They, you know, they studied on the, you know, the examples, or they would say the body, how the body reacts and how it formed the exercises, and, you know, and how it impact on physical stress as well. Physical stress. All right. Good. So we're just gonna move along, guys. So far here, I need everyone to pay attention. You guys, you going to see this table. This table will be 100% on the paper. Trust me, guys. You guys will, you know, you guys will thank me. Well, I will say later. So this diagram here, that would say the whole table. It will be on your exam tomorrow. The CXC always love to, you know, put this diagram. So I need everyone to pay attention. It's 100%, you know, valid. So for guys, it says each sport in the Caribbean is connected to a local, regional, and international governing body. So it says using the table below, name a sport and, you know, state the governing bodies at each level. So far we can go about netball. So if you're going to choose about netball, we need to know every governing body of netball. If you're going to choose about football, we need to know in every governing body about football. So we need to know about the local, the regional, and the international as well. So anyone you choose, you guys need to know the governing body of the local, regional, and international. Good. So it says use another example C, please. Alright, let me just go along. Someone says I need to use another example. So for you, I would say football. So if we were supposed to choose football, we need to know the local governing body for football. So first thing first, guys, we know that the governing body, the local governing body for football we are talking about, for example, like the JFF. For example, we know in, like, for example, the JFF, we are talking about the Jamaica Football Federation. Alright, so we could say JFF. So when you're talking about local, we could use JFF here, and we're just gonna refer to the regional. So we need to know what the regional for football. So therefore, what you need to do is to know about the regional and the regional and the international. Once you know about football, then we should go. So anyone you choosing, guys. So for the governing body, for the international, we know about FIFA. Alright? International. So FIFA. So if you were supposed to choose football, you could go along international, FIFA, local, and all the regional. So far we choose netball. So for the local netball is Netball Jamaica. For the regional, it's Caribbean Netball Association. For international is World Netball. So if you were supposed to choose, I would say football. So football here, let me just put football here so you guys could see what's going on here. Alright, so football, very simple. I need everyone to pay attention because you guys will see this on your exams tomorrow. And you can't say you didn't know what were, coming on the exams. It's very simple. Alright, so far we can say, international would be at FIFA. Alright, so it's FIFA. Alright. Does everyone understanding like about the regional governing body for football? Does everyone understand what's going on here? So we need to understand. So if you were referring, let me just read the comment section a little bit. Alright, alright, someone says it's easy. Well, it doesn't matter. It's what you choose though. It's what you choose. Alright. Someone says, yes, regional, do regional. Alright, so we are talking about the regional. Let me just see if I could write it right. How am I going to write it above? So we are talking about the Jamaican, just a moment. So far we can say the local would be the J, F, Jamaica Football Federation. This would be what the local. When you're talking about the regional now, the regional for the football here would be is that U association. Yes, this would be E. So it's E. No, U. So it's UE. So we're talking about union. Union of football association. So UEFA. Yeah, UEFA, Union of Football Association. That's how it goes, right? I hope I'm getting this correct. Union, UEFA. So you're talking about Union Federation. No, not Federation. Football Association. Good. Sir, what about St. Lucia? Someone says, sir. Well, if you're talking about the Kongfa, sorry. So if you were supposed to refer about the CONCACAF, sorry. So CONCACAF would be in the I would say the Central American Caribbean Association football. So that's what you're talking about, the CONCACAF. So can you shorten in the governing body? Well, you can do so, but to be honest, you rather only write it out so you guys could get the full mark. I don't like when you guys shorten the body. Alright? Someone says we'll use, guys, you can use netball. This guy's netball is very easy to use, trust me. You rather you use netball. Use netball, please. And see, let me just go back on the diagram. Let me just go back and show you. So netball, local is Netball Jamaica, regional is Caribbean Netball Association, and international is World Netball. It doesn't matter if you're a male or female, you can just use netball. Guys, trust me. Just use netball, alright? Very simple and precise. I don't want you guys to be in so much hassling that you guys will say, oh, I don't know which one to choose. Choose one that you remember. It's not about the sports that you love. Good? Alright, good. So far here, guys, we are talking about the anatomy and physiology. We just went through this. And it can be any country. Yes, it can be any country. That's what CXC asking for. They didn't mention about any, specific country. They'll say you need to, go ahead and list. So here, guys, we are seeing that figure 1 is a diagram of a netball player, right? So far, we are seeing that the player here is shooting a ball into the rim attached to the goal post. So say this was the goal post, for example. Let me just write it here. So this is the goal post. Right, this is the goal post. Right, so this is the goal post, guys. Just to make it more simple. Alright, so this would have been the net. This would have been the net. Right, let me just write the net right here. So this is the goalpost. Do not laugh at my drawing. Alright. So far, she's shooting in the net. Right? So what she is doing here is, to make an attempt to, shoot into the rim attached to the goalpost. So this is the goalpost. They didn't show a goalpost though, but they already give the whole, idea. So it's a rim into the goalpost. So I just draw the goalpost there. Good. Alright, so far, just look, it's very simple. Very simple. So the diagram here, it's showing the netball player shooting a ball. Good. Alright, so good. It says we need to state three major bones in the upper body used in the execution of the skill shown. Alright, good. So here we were talking about the three major bones used in the upper body. So first thing first, we have seen that the humerus. So if you guys, someone was mentioning about like to label the bone or something about that. The humerus. So does everyone know what is the humerus bone? Does everyone know? Yes or no? If you guys don't know, let me just go along and show you the humerus bone. So this is the humerus bone, guys. Let me show you something. Here. Let me just put the red arrow on the humerus bone. So this bone here, where I put the arrow. This, let me write H. So here we're talking about humerus. So let me just write it so everyone could understand. What is the humerus bone? Alright, good. Does everyone understand? I think this should be clearly explained and detailed. So this is the humerus bone. Alright, good. Does everyone understand, guys? Let me know, because we soon go through the multiple choice. But what I'm doing first is to make sure that everyone understand what's going on. Good. Now we're just gonna go along and show you the ulna. So we're talking about the ulna. So we need to know these bones. The ulna. Alright, so here is the ulna. Right here is the ulna. So let me explain. Let me just scroll it over. So right here is the ulna. Ulna. In A. Good. It's very simple. Someone says no, they don't understand. Alright guys, listen. Let me explain something to you. So first thing first, they say we need to, go along and, state 3. So what is happening here, they didn't just mention that we need to list. It's just we need to state. So, but what I'm doing here is to list and state at the same time. So far we can say the humerus bone here. So I'm just going to explain it after. But I'm just going to, go along and label the bones. So you guys could see the difference of the bones. So we have the ulna and we have the radius. Now let me just show you something real fast. Alright guys, because we need to know these bones in order to know what they are talking about and how to, go along and, explain them. Alright, so here, the radius now. So the ulna would be the outside part here. Alright, and the radius would be this part. So it's like for the outside part here, guys, is the ulna. The inside part here would be the right here. Let me just put the arrow. This part would be the radius. Does everyone understand what's going on? So the upper part here would be the radius right here. So this would be the radius. Alright, very simple and precise. So the radius here, the ulna here. So it's like an inside and an outside part. So the inside part of the bone here would have been the radius. The inside here, and the outside part here would have been the ulna, and the humerus now is this part. Alright, good. Now, this says we need to state they didn't say, let me see, the major bone in the execution. So we are talking about the humerus. So we need to understand. So if they say that we need to state the humerus bone, we're just going to explain what is the humerus bone. So we can say the humerus bone would be the longest bone here, that is at the upper extremity of the arm. So far, let me just go along and show you. So the humerus bone here would be the what? The largest bone. So here, it's the largest bone, right? That being, used to, to allowed to do the go along and shoot the goal, that being attached to the post. But what happened with the whole humerus now? It's defined at the human arm. So it's at the arm, but it's the longest bone, I would say. Longest bone of the upper extremity. Good. Someone just asked me, so I'm just sorry guys. Someone just asked me the definition of extremity. Extremity is being like the furthest point. Sorry, the furthest point. So it will be the opposite of limit. Alright, so when we're talking about extremity, we are talking about the limb. So we're talking about like the longest point, I would say. We're talking about the furthest point. Alright, so it had like a limit or something. Right? Someone says, Annabelle says they confuse. Guys, what happened in here? We need to label the bone. So the bone that's using to make the shot. Good. So far we are seeing here would have been the humerus. So the humerus bone would be the longest bone. Alright? We need to understand that, guys. So simple. It's in your arm. The ulna bone is the longest bone in your arm. No, not the humerus. Sorry, not the ulna. The humerus. Sorry. But the ulna now, guys, the ulna is one of the forearm longest. So it's like the second longest bone. But it's a forearm long bone that is, being a conjunction with the radius that make up we are talking about the antebranchium. So what it normally make up is the antebranchium. But this bone, guys, is normally like the spans from the elbow to the wrist. So if you know your elbow and if you know your wrist, just look at your elbow, guys. So it's between the spans of your elbow to your wrist. So does everyone understand? But it's from your elbow to your wrist. But it's like the bone. If you can feel your hand now, guys, that little thin bone is not the bone in the middle of your hand. It's the bone at the edge. So that we are calling about the ulna. Alright? And I'm not spending much time on this question, but the whole reason why I'm doing this because I need everyone to understand what is the difference between the ulna and the radius and all of that. Now we are talking about the radius bone now. Good? So we're talking about the radius bone. The radius bone, guys, would be one of the two largest bones of the forearm. So these bones, so far we can see these three bones are the most longest bones. Radius, ulna, and humerus on your arm. Good? So far the radius bone, guys, it's been like the two largest bones of the forearm. Therefore, we have seen that the ulna would normally, what it is used to extend the lateral side of the elbow. So if you were supposed to check your elbow, hold your elbow with your arm and turn your arm. You can see the ulna now. On the other beam of that would be the extend from the lateral side of the elbow to the thumb side of your wrist. So what it normally do, the ulna run parallel. Alright? So the wrist here, the side of your wrist, and run parallel to the ulna. So the ulna would be longer than the radius, but the radius is thicker. Does everyone understand? So the ulna is longer than the radius, but the radius is what? Thicker. Alright? Good. So these are all of the bones. So we just list them and simple 3 points. What they says state. So you just need to state them: humerus, ulna, and radius. Good, we're moving along. So it says we need to name 2 primary joints used in the execution of the skill shown. So joints. We're talking about the hinge joint. Does everyone know what is a hinge joint? And where is the hinge joint located? We need to go, let me just show you where the hinge joint would be. So we all know about hinge joints. So hinge joint can be here. Between, right, let me just write the, let me use the blue mark. Let me not use this one. So the hinge joint could be here, guys, right here, where we see in the blue line. Right here, these are hinge joints. Here are hinge joint as well. All the blue part that I'm showing are hinge joint. Right? Also your neck here. These are also hinge joint. Here in your elbow right here, hinge joint as well. Hinge joint. All of these are hinge joint. Does everyone understand what's going on? The saddle also here. Those are hinge joints. Saddles and all of those stuff here. Right? Ball and socket, also the ball and socket will be here. The ball and socket are all joints. Sorry, the ball and socket here. Right? So we're just gonna move along and see the joint that we choose. So we choose hinge joint. Let me scroll up a little bit. We chose hinge joint and synovial joint. So what is the someone says, sir, speak a little bit louder. Alright, so sorry guys. So we're talking about the hinge joint. Alright, so the hinge joint is a type of synovial joint, but what it normally do is exist. It exists in the body, and what it normally serve as a motion, or being for a primarily in one plane. So what the hinge joint normally do, guys, it serve to allow motion primarily in one plane. And now this is how the hinge joint is made up. So the hinge joint is made up of 2 or more bones with an articular surface that is being covered, I would say, by the hyaline, cartilage, and it's normally lubricated by synovial fluid. So those are hinge joint. Alright? So we know that 2 primary joint is being used in execution. It's hinge joint, because you'd have to use your, at your wrist. There we have an hinge. So you have to use your wrist as well. The motion, you're talking about the motion, right? In one plane. Good. So the hinge joint would be one of the 2 primary joints. Now, with the other joint, we are talking about the synovial joints. So what is a synovial joint? A synovial joint is normally found between the bones that move against each other. So therefore we can say synovial joint is such as joints like limbs, shoulder, hip, elbow, and knee. Those are synovial joints. Alright, so we can also say synovial joint, hinge joint. These are the 2, joints that have been, used in the execution of the skill. Good. Sir, me last. T-Quan. Alright, T-Quan, listen. I need everyone to understand. Alright, so let me just scroll up so everyone could understand. Guys, so here, if you were supposed to look at the diagram, so put yourself in this spot. If you were supposed to go along and do, I would say, a netball, right? Look, if you really know your joints and bones, the bones, if you were supposed to be in a position where you're going to make a shoot, you're going to make a shot. Look at your wrist. We have I would say we have a joint between your wrist. Your shoulder bone, there's a joint. Your knee, there's a joint. Your ball and socket, here, it's a joint. Right? We have all joints. Your elbow, there's a joint. Right? So if you were supposed to make the shot, move your hand. If you were supposed to move your hand, all of the joints would have used. Right? So what they're asking, guys, they're asking the joints that's been used in the execution of the skill that would have been performed. So first thing first, we'd have seen there would have been hinge joint and synovial joint. Does everyone understand? It's very simple and precise. Sorry. Right? Now we need to move along. It says we need to name two major muscles in the upper leg that allow the netball player to execute the skill showing. So I need everyone to understand. We are talking about the leg. And we're just going to go back on the diagram. So we have the quadriceps and we have the hamstring. So let me just go along and get the highlighter here. So do you have the what? We have the hamstring. So I need everyone to pay attention. Alright, very simple and precise. Let me just go back here. Sorry. So guys, we're talking about the hamstring. Right? So they are talking that we need to go along and show the hamstring. So these are the muscles that been used. Right? These are the muscles that been used. So let me just go along and label the hamstring. Good. So here, the muscle here, right? The muscle right here. We are here talking about the hamstring. So the hamstring muscle would be right here. Let me just highlight it right here. This muscle under here. Let me just go along and harrow it. So this would be the hamstring. Hamstring. Alright, so everyone could understand. I'm trying my best, guys, to to let everyone understand. Most person who who don't understand, maybe they're just joining, and I think you're kind of lost a little bit. But pay attention. You guys will catch up very easy. Alright. Sir, I talk in the chat. Good. Well, I'm seeing the chat, guys, while I'm working the paper at the same time. Alright. Alright, it's not the whole night I'm spending on the paper. I'm just trying my best to explain it to persons who do not understand, so they could understand more. Alright, so the quadriceps now, guys, we're talking about the quadriceps. Alright, so the quadriceps muscle. Alright, so this is a group of muscle of your front of your thigh here, right here. So it's the muscle of the, it's a group of muscle that is in front of your thigh. So that's how the muscle that we are talking about, guys, the quadriceps. Alright, so these muscles are muscles that is in front of your thigh. Good, right here, like for example here, right, these muscles right here, muscles like this. So you're talking about the quadriceps. Let me just write it here, CAD. And I'm just moving along because we have to go through the multiple choice paper. But trust me, guys, I need everyone to understand. That's me. I don't like to move along and no one understand. It doesn't make sense if I teach and no one understand. Alright, I rather spend time on it and everyone understand than no one understand. So does everyone understand what's going on here? Good. Alright, so these are all of the muscles that have been used performing the in the skill shown above. So we have the hamstring and we have the quadriceps. Alright, now the other questions here. So we need to name the movements produced by each of the following muscles in CI. So here we are talking about hamstring. So for hamstring, we know that hamstring would be the movement for flexion. So what you're talking about flexion, muscles different from the hamstring. So the hamstring now, the hamstring, guys, is where we are using the flexion. So we need to know the difference between a flexion and an extension. So for a flexion now, guys, a flexion is described as like bended movement. So if you were supposed to bend our wrist, check your wrist. If you were supposed to bend your wrist, right, elbow. So for example, elbow flexion. Flex your elbow. Wrist flexion. So if you're supposed to bend your hand, that is what you're talking about, flexion. So we know that hamstring, bend your hand. Extension now, quadriceps. So therefore, extension Sorry, extension would be the opposite of flexion. So therefore, it is this being described as straightened movements that increase the angle between the body parts. All right. So for the opposite of flexion would be extension. Opposite of extension, flexion. So it's simple. But one here we are talking about flexion. We are talking about your bending your wrist and arm and all of that. Moving along, because we have a lot to go through. Now we're gonna go on the topic here. We're talking about fitness and performance. So fitness and performance, guys, we need to name two categories of fitness, right? Good. So two categories of fitness, guys. We know about health-related fitness and we know about skill-related fitness. So we say we just need to name these two. So we have one between health-related fitness and skill-related. And we're moving along. I hope everyone is copying. All right. So these are two categories of fitness. Good. And guys, everyone here, you guys can check the description. You guys should see my Instagram if you guys want to follow me. My email is there if you guys have any paper that you want to send to me. Alright, so feel free to follow my Instagram, guys. My Instagram is in the description. All of you guys can follow my Instagram, alright? Thank you so much. And we're moving forward now. Good. So it says we need to state one injury that, that a sprint athlete could, sustain in a 100 meter race. So if we were supposed to do a 100-meter race, most than likely the most injured we'd normally like to, could, happen. We could normally see that strain. I would say sprain perhaps. So we could have a sprained ankle, or we also could say a tear muscle. So we can even say tear muscle, but I just choose sprain. So it could also be tear muscle as well. Alright? Good. Good. Alright. What group you guys talking about? Because I'm not really, aware of the group. Someone says, sir talking while get added in the group. What group you guys talking? You guys making a group? Because I'm not aware of it though. All right, good. So guys, here it says we need to describe the treatment, procedure in the sense of using for injury. So when you're talking about the treatment, what is the treatment we have used for, sprain? So normally we're talking about RICE. And RICE is what? Rice. Good. So we all need to know this. RICE is rice. Alright? And what rice stand for? Rice stand for rest the injury here. So we need to rest the injury here. Sir, what was extension? Extension is, let me just go along and explain it to you guys. So extension would be the opposite of flexion. So extension would be like when we are straightening the movements. Straightening the movement. So for example, if your hand were supposed to bend and you're straightening your hand, that is extension. So we have the extension of our joint in the sense. So we can extend our hand. But for flexion now is when we are bending our hand. Alright? Good. So now guys, the treatment that we can use to to treat sprain would be RICE. RICE. Right? So R stand for rest the injury here, and I need everyone to pay attention. I stand for ice the area. So we'd have ice the area. There would have been C is to compress to prevent swelling. So what you're talking about, guys, to prevent the swelling. Now E would mean elevate and reduce the accumulation of blood flow. So what you're talking about, to elevate the leg so the blood flow could be, I would say solid. So it would be very easy for the blood to flow. So we don't have any clot blood. Elevate the foot. Right? It doesn't matter. Good. So does everyone understand? RICE, guys, this method. So this is a method that used to, to treat sprain and all of that. RICE. You guys can say rice versus RICE, alright? Good. So rest the area. I, we need to ice the area. C is to compress to prevent swelling. and E is to elevate and reduce the accumulation of blood flow. Just a moment, guys. Good. All right. Sir, you know, answer, you know. Someone says, sir, you know, answer, you know. What you were asking, King or Mark? Someone says, me. Let me just read the comment for a second, guys. Just a moment. Let me read the comment section. Because we have a lot of person here asking some question. Any question, guys? Let me know in the comment section so I could read the comment section for a minute. Uh, Someone says extension is increasing of the antler between two bones. Yes, that could be extension. So when you're extending your arm in a sense, I would say so. It is a straightening, right? Extension would be the straightening, while explain the elevate part. All right. So here, what you're talking about the elevation. Elevation is like, for example, if your foot was supposed to be in spring, what they would do is to like get like, for example, like two pillows or more. I would say like two pillows can good be good and elevate your leg. So what that would do is to reduce the accumulation of blood flow, right? Now we are talking about accumulation now. What you are talking about, like for example, the increased. So you're talking about the increase, like the blood to be gathered together. So therefore, that would be the mass. So instead of a person would have the if you had like blood clot and all of that, when you're elevating the hair, what it would do is to reduce the gather. So therefore, for the blood to be formed to have a clot blood, what it would do is to reduce the accumulation of blood flow. Alright? So that's what elevate do. And for the compress now, what the compress do is to prevent the swelling. And then I would stand for where we ice the area. And then R would stand for where we rest the area. So if you have so example for your knee to be a damage, for example, and you rest the area, you need to rest the area instead of using the area that most frequent. Alright? Guys, you're talking about the someone were mentioning about group. I'm not really aware of what's going on here. I don't know. Someone were mentioning about the two type of stretching. No, we're just gonna move along, guys, because we're gonna move along. All right, good. So here, guys, we're just gonna go along on the Dana. So for this will be health and nutrition, right? So it says here, sir, was why is endurance A2? Sir, the question was why is endurance for A2? Endurance? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, King or Mark? Alright, good. So moving along, guys. So here we're talking about health and nutrition. So it says Dana is a gymnast, right? Who has competition in 2 weeks. Her coach tells her that she, should lose perhaps the 10 pounds before starting, I would say start the competition. So instead of the following structured diet plan, so Dana decided to starve herself and to force herself to throw up when she eat. What is this? I really have to ask, what is this? Omar says, look back, sir. Just a moment, guys. Let me see what Omar was talking about. Endurance. Oh, well, let me see if this is what you're talking about. Let me just scroll up to a little bit. Let me just a moment, guys, please. All right, let me see here. Endurance. I'm not seeing where you're talking about. I'm not seeing where you're talking about though. I think you were talking about the anaerobic. I think you were talking about the anaerobic respiration, the anaerobic and anaerobic and aerobic respiration. But I'm not seeing where you're talking about endurance. Oh, the 800-meter one you were talking about. I think that's what you're talking about. I already go through that paper before. Alright? Good. So just moving along, guys. We were at here. We're talking about Donna. Good night, sir. Someone says, Leo says, good night, sir. Which paper is this? This is a 2017 paper, and most of these questions will be repeated for your, exams tomorrow. So I need everyone to pay attention. All right, good. So here, guys, so far we see that Donna was, going ahead to force herself, to lose a weight, but she decided to starve herself and force herself to throw up when she eat. Someone mentioned about bulimia. Good, Cassie. All right, good. No, it says someone says Jaden, if you need the PDF paper, you would have to email me. All right, so either email me or follow me on my Instagram, and I send you through there. It doesn't matter. Check the description, guys. In the description, all of my social media is there. You guys can see, send it through my email. Just email me, or you can feel free to DM me through my Instagram. Everyone can follow my social media. It's in my description. Just click the description, guys, on the live, and you'll see. No short answer. All right, good. So good. So here, guys, it says we need to define the term balanced diet. So what is a balanced diet? We all know that a balanced diet would be refers to the amount of nutrients the body need. For example, we are talking about like minerals, vitamins, protein, and etc. So it refers to the amount of nutrients that the body would needed, right? So that is what a balanced diet would mean. Go. Good. Now we're moving along. So it says we need to name two eating disorder which may result from Donna's action. So we are talking about anorexia. Someone says I'm sorry. Good. So he says, sir, I'm gonna follow you on Instagram. No problem, no problem. Alright? Good. So far here it says we are talking about anorexia now. So we need to know the eating disorder. So we are talking about anorexia and we are talking about bulimia. So what is anorexia now? So anorexia, guys, we need to understand this. So it's anorexia nervosa. So let me just put the nervosa beside of it. Nervosa. Let me just write it here. SA. So we need to understand what is anorexia nervosa, because I need everyone to understand. Now we're moving along, guys, because we have multiple choices to go through. So anorexia is an eating disorder that causes severe and strong fear of gain weight or gaining weight. Therefore, you may have been distorted the view. I would say that even when you're like thin, so it's more even severe, dangerously thin. So when you're getting really thin, you may use the extreme exercise, calories and food limitations. So what you normally do when you're having an eating disorder such as anorexia, you have limit yourself to the sense. We are talking about food limitation, or even binging. We're talking about purging, controlling to control your weight. So therefore, an anorexia would be an eating disorder that causes, strong fear of weight gaining. Good. Good. So here for now, we also knowing about the intake of the anorexia nervosa. So the anorexia nervosa is more like purging through food. Are we talking about laxative? So you're seeing that they normally have been vomiting. Alright, so all of that purging food through laxatives. So laxatives such as like vomiting and all of that, binging and all of that. Good. Now we're talking about bulimia now. We need to understand these eating disorder. So bulimia now, it is an eating disorder and also a mental condition. And this is how bulimia happen now. People who have bulimia now normally go through like a period where they would normally eat a lot of food in a very short amount of time, otherwise known as, I would say, binge eating. So what they do is then purge the food from their body to try to stop themselves from gaining weight. So it's like a mental and a health condition at the same time. Alright, so when you're talking about the whole bulimia. Someone says lost weight without eating and the body will use out of the body fat. Lost weight without eating. Mm, yes, yes, and the body will use out of the body fat. Because remember, guys, if you're not using, I would say, any energy is not using, therefore you're not eating, therefore you what happened to your body? Your body will become thin. Eventually, if you are using, if you are using, someone said bulimia. Yes, bulimia is a eating disorder, Annabelle, and it's also eating disorder that also affected. It's more like a mental condition. So what bulimia do? People who have bulimia, what they normally would do, they normally go through like a period where they would normally, eat a lot of food. So there would be time when they eat a lot of food in a short while, and then we'd have seen where they would have purged the food from their body and try to stop themselves from gaining weight. Otherwise known, I would say, as binge eating. Binge eating, alright? Good. So these are the eating disorder, and very simple. Now it says we need to describe one of the eating disorder, naming the this one. So bulimia now, guys, it refers to eating a large amount of food and then binge eating. Example, we can also say vomit. What they do normally most of the times is eating a large amount of food purged from their body, try themselves to stop gaining weight, and being vomit. So much question we're going to get. Yes, Atarna, most of these questions, and I need you guys to pay attention. Now, let me just scroll up. Let me just scroll up a little bit. All right, good, good. All right, so here it says we need to name two nutrients that Donna may have to consume in the excess that causes her to gain weight. So guys, what you're talking about, two nutrients that Donna can have consumed to gain weight. So first thing first, about carbohydrate, but you can also say fat. We also can say fat, but more likely we can say carbohydrate or fats. Because food, you also mentioned about the nutrients, so fats. Because if you're taking in amount of fats and you're not burning any calories, or therefore we can mention, then therefore what we would see, you could have gained weight. So protein, we know that protein is good source of energy, also can gain weight because it's good for muscle and all of that, building muscle. So two things we can say: carbohydrate, fats, or protein. Simple. I just choose any of these two and it will be simple. Now the other question here, guys, so we need to state one function of any of the nutrients that we name above. So we can say carbohydrate. We all know about carbohydrate, so we know that carbohydrate is the main source of energy. Therefore, and what we have seen, carbohydrate gives the body energy and muscle to work properly. Example, we are talking about like the energy for the muscle to perform a daily task. All right, good. So what the carbohydrate do, guys, is give the muscle energy to to go along and perform daily tasks, such as we normally would do exercises and all of that. All right, guys, can we get at least 300 likes on the stream? I would really greatly appreciate it. And feel free to follow my Instagram. The link is in the description, and I will greatly appreciate it. And if you're new, feel free to turn on the post notification, subscribe, and I will greatly appreciate it. Please. Alright? Good, because we're moving along now, and we need everyone to pay attention. Because I need everyone to get a grade 1. Not any grade 3, grade 1, straight grade 1. Yes, this yeah, most unlikely these questions are common sense. So once you had the knowledge and sense, everyone should pass. All right, guys. So this question here, it's a trend. It's a trend, and I would say social issue. So therefore, it says we need to outline two ways in which spectators may influence an athlete's sporting performance. These questions would be a greatly repeated one, and I need everyone to pay attention. This one is a greatly repeated one. All right, no one can fail. No one can fail. No one. Please pay attention. All right, so here we are talking about the two ways in which spectators may influence an athlete's sporting performance. So first thing first, you know what a spectator do. When you're talking about spectator, do we understand what is the meaning of a spectator? Someone says sleep box me more. See me a buck. Alright, Sashane. Sashane, what you need to do is get some water and wash your face, and you should be good. Get some water and just go wash your face right now. Trust me, you will never never sleep for the rest of the night. Just get some water and wash your face and come back, please. Alright, now the two ways in which spectators may influence athlete performance. We all know about like cricket. We normally talking about persons, sir. Me ask a question. Someone's Annabelle says, so if me say facts, what function should I state? Alright. So first thing first, you can say when you're referring to the facts, if you were referring to facts, Annabelle, let me just explain something to you. We all know about if we were supposed to consume too much fat, what would happen if we do not burn the fats? The fats would give the body also like energy, right? And this would normally help in the sense of gaining weight also. But therefore, um, we'd have seen. Sorry, just a moment. We'd have seen that what the fat would have do, guys, is to give your body energy and support like the cell function and all of that. But it also helps we need to absorb nutrients and all of those. But therefore, if we intake too much fats and we do not burn them in, therefore, what would happen? It will give us enough energy to the sense that it will like a secondary storage instead of providing needed energy to form calories. So if we do not burn off enough calories, Annabelle, as you asked the question, then therefore what would happen? We will become obese. So we start growing all of these energy because we're not using our energy. Therefore we are intaking a lot of fats. So therefore that would cause us to be overweight. So if you were supposed to say the function of fat, so the function of fat was supposed to give your body energy and support the cell and all of that. But if we do intake a lot of fat and we do not use them, what would happen? It's to gain in weight and all of that. Sir, remember you say you have multiple choice than them, and it's 9 o'clock as the exam start. No, I will be going through the multiple choice tonight. I'm almost finished this paper, so I need everyone to pay attention, please. Can we get 300 likes on the live, guys? Let's go. We're moving along. Good. So first thing first, guys, we are talking about spectators. We are talking about persons who are watching the match. So those are spectators. Alright, so how can the person who are watching the match influence athlete performance? So what you have seen that spectators do is to build team motivation. And what does team motivation do? To achieve their personal best. So once we see that persons is, sir, doesn't fat help the body to keep itself warm? Yes. Like and also what we have seen that the build team motivation is to achieve their personal best. So once we have a lot of persons watching us, such as our supporters, so we are talking about those, so otherwise known as spectators, what they would do is to build team spirit, motivation. So we'd have feel so good to know that we have person watching us. So it would boost their team spirit, motivation. And also what it also do again is to boost their emotional reaction. So what would be their emotional reaction? This would lead to the athletics delivering a better result. Because if you were supposed to be doing track and field and you have like 2,000 person watching you, over 2,000 person watching you, then you will try to do your best. Not just to impress them, but try to do your best to know that your fans is proud of you. And you know, someone said British Barbie says, sir, a bedtime now. I know, but you guys need to stay up a little bit longer. And I'm so sorry for the late live, but I'm just going through this paper so everyone can get a grade 1. So tomorrow when you go into the exams room, you can smile instead of looking sad or trying to say, oh, I don't know what to do on the paper. It's very simple. So pay attention, please. Alright, if you need to sleep, get some water and wash your face and come back, and you guys should feel way better. Let me just scroll up a little bit. Sorry. Alright. So here, guys, it says performance enhancing drugs are banned in sports. This one is a repeated one as well. Alright, good. So it says state 3 effects of these types of drugs on the body. So what you are talking about, guys, we need to state 3 effects types of the drugs on the body. So therefore, when you're talking about enhancing drugs, we know about like doping and all of that. So therefore, what we need to do is to they are talking about the three effects. So we know what the effects do is to affect their performance. So when they are taking doping and all of those drugs and all of that, it affect their performance, and it slow down their body, and it damage their organs, and it also affect their hearts, causing rapid heartbeat. So these are the three effects, all right, that enhancing, I would say, enhancing drugs are banned. So these are the whole three reasons why they are banning drugs in sporting events and all of that. Because when they take drugs, it affect their performance, and it slow down their body, and it damage their organs also, and it also affect their heart, that causing rapidly heartbeat. All right, good. All right, so moving along, guys, and everyone who's asking for the live will be on the video. The live will be on my channel after I end this stream. So no worries, you guys need to no worries about the video. The video will be on my stream, alright? Good. Alright, so it's here that it says we need to identify two ways in which information technology is used in sports. So first thing first, we know we can know that the one way here would be where it stores data for statistics. So for information technology, such as like we would know how many goals player score and all of that. So it stores the data for statistics. And two, what it do for the information technology, we also know that it uploads pictures for fans to view. So highlights, we're talking about highlights. All right. So what it would do is to upload like pictures for fans to view. So these would be like highlights and all, not just picture alone, but videos. To give a little clip to show the scores and all of that. Now guys, this paper is finished. So this is the end of the 2017 paper. So we're just going through the multiple choice now. Alright, and I want to say, guys, let me know in the comment section, did you guys enjoy this paper? Because this was very simple, as I mentioned. Very, very, very simple. Alright, there's not a big deal on this paper. It's very appreciated. No problem, guys. This live will be on my channel, so you guys don't have to worry about it. Alright, it will be on my channel. Just go to the live section of my channel and you will see. So if you guys have not subscribed as yet, feel free to subscribe, because you may not see about my channel again unless you remember my channel name. So subscribe if you haven't do so, turn on the post notification, and let's go. We're moving forward. Someone says, sir, for paper 2 we are allowed to use pencil? No, no pencil. Pen. For the multiple choice, you need to use pencil to the answer sheet. Alright? You need to use pencil for the answer sheet on the multiple choice. But for when you're filling out all of these blanks, you need to use pen. And the whole reason, because you don't know who are issuing, and not just issuing the paper, but I would say persons who are collecting the paper. They can erase your answer just for your own information. So use pen. Please use pen. But for the multiple choice, you use pencil. Alright? To shade the answer sheet. Alright, good. So now guys, we're just gonna go along on a 2018 paper, and this is the multiple choice, and then after we going through these, we're just gonna go along and move forward. So we're moving along. So here guys, it says the main objective of physical education. So this paper, guys, you will get this paper after you do the paper 1. Let me see, paper 1 what? Paper 1A. Then you get the paper 1B. You're welcome. Alright. So here, so the main objective of physical education is to develop physical and mental and social well-being. So the answer for number 1 would be C. Does everyone understand? What is the main objective of physical education? And is to develop physical, mental, and social well-being. Good. Alright, now number 2. It says the modern Olympic game have existed since, and we know that the modern Olympic game has been, existed since 1896. So 1896, so this would be where we are talking about the Mexico City, right? Yeah, the Mexico City game. 1890, no, not 1898, but 1896 were apps. Yeah, 1896, not 1898. 1896. Good. All right. We're moving along now, guys. Moving along to number 3. Hope everyone is paying attention. Good. So number 3, it says the main reason for reviving the Olympic game is to, and we know that the main reason why they revive the Olympic game and is to promote, well, I would say world peace. Not to allow any competition, and it's not to develop any spectator sports, and it's not to highlight any cultures in other countries. No, no. The main reason we're talking about, the main reason for reviving the Olympic game is to promote world peace. All right, and I need everyone to pay attention. Everyone says they feel like their head is gonna burst. No, the head will not burst. It's very easy. Just pay attention. You guys will, you guys will learn. Very simple and precise. All right. Yes. Someone says, "Come on now, no Jackman in here." Supposed to get that first question wrong. Ex- exactly, Kareem. Good. We're moving along. All right. So number 4. It says, which two English-speaking Caribbean countries qualify for FIFA World Cup final in the last 2 decades? Therefore, we are talking about the two English-speaking Caribbean countries that were qualified for FIFA World Cup. So first thing first, we know about Jamaica, and that is my country. You guys think I'm a Trini? I would say Trini. I'm not a Trini, guys. I'm a Jamaican, alright? Someone says speak louder, sir. Alright, I think you guys is hearing me now. So my country here, which is Jamaica, would be, the country that would be qualified in the World Cup back the last 2 decades. And also Trinidad too. Alright? Good. So the answer for number 4 would be D. Big up to Trinidad. Big up to Trinidad and all of the other Caribbean countries. Alright? What paper is this? This paper is a 2018 paper. Good. Naimia. Good. So number 5, guys, it says, in which of the following years was Olympic Games affected by the First World War? So we are talking about the First World War. So first, the First World War here, guys, would be 1916. Alright, so that is where the Olympic game was affected by the First World War. Alright, good. Are we moving along? I hope everyone is paying attention. These questions is very simple and easy. Good. Number 6. He says, which of the following organization coordinates and conduct World Cup cricket? So we are talking about the ICC. Big up, Karim. You're from Trinidad. Big up. I'm from Jamaica. Alright, big up. Good. Alright, good. So what we are talking about, we are talking about the ICC. And we all know what ICC mean, right? We are talking about the international. Alright. We all need to know what does ICC mean. So we all need to go ahead and do your research. Alright, so once you're talking about ICC, you're talking about International Cricket Council. ICC, International Cricket Council. Let me just underline in red so you guys could see what I'm talking. You says, what kind of job does physical education make me get? Annabelle, you can be a physical education teacher or whatever. Alright, it's very good. It's very good to be, to be active in sports. Number 7, it said, which of the following body system manufactures blood cell? Alright, so what you're talking about, we know about the skeletal system. It manufactures blood cell. So for number 7, the answer would be A. Alright, good. Number 8 now, it says, which of the following, organs excreted sweat and sebum? Alright, so we are talking about the skin. So we all know about, once it says excreted sweats, this is the whole giveaway about it. So you're talking about skin. Good. Alright. The other one, number 9. Here it says, which of the following set which of the following set of blood vessels is in the correct sequence of blood flow from the heart through the body and back to the heart? So therefore, what you're talking about, guys, we're just gonna go along and do the blood in the following sequence. So first thing we know about the arteries. So it's from the arteries to the capillaries and from the capillaries to the vein. Alright, so we all need to know these. So it's from the arteries, then the capillaries, and from the capillaries to the vein. Alright, good. So the answer for number 9 would be C. I hope everyone is following. Alright. Does everyone following, guys? Let me know. Alright, number 10. This question always been a question with, normally puzzled, people. This question for number 10. So far it says it refers to the following types of bones, labels 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it says, which of the bones found in the vertical column? Alright, so let me just look along and see the type of bone. It says, which of the bones is found in the vertical column? So let me just look at the bone. So far, guys, I need everyone to look at the bones in the vertebral. Sorry. So it's the vertebral column. So we all know about the bones in the vertebral column, guys. Someone says, which subject? You're doing PE. We're doing physical education. Sorry. Vertebral column. So we need to look and know these. So there's everyone paying attention. I need everyone to go along and pay attention, because I'm not going over most of these again. I'm just going over so you guys could see what's going on. So this bone, I need everyone to pay attention. So bone 3 here would be the bone in the vertebral column. Does everyone understand? Sorry. So I'm not really feeling much well. Alright. Yes. Alright, moving along, guys. Not spending too much time on one question. Number 11, let me just scroll up a little bit. So number 11 here, we are seeing this showing the diagram of the muscles of a human being. So it's been labeled. Alright. So far we can see that the muscle of a human being. So we need to label the muscle here. So it says which of the muscles labeled are the abdominal muscle. So far, if we were supposed to look at this, it was very easy for us to go along and to see the bones, not just the bones but the muscle. We're talking about the human being that's been labeled. So for the abdominal muscle here, right here, guys. Alright, so the answer for number 11 would be 4. So we're talking about the abdominal muscle. Alright, good. Let me just read the comment section just a minute. Let me just read the comment section a minute, guys. Just a moment, please. Alright, because that's me. I just need to, view the comment section. That's me. So, someone says, sir, number 10, 4, isn't that the tailbone? No, this would be the tailbone. Alright. So we all need to know these bones. Alright, if you guys were supposed to look, this would be the tailbone. This bone. 4 here would be the tailbone. Okay, Leah. Good. Isn't the tail, someone says 10, isn't that the tailbone? Yes, it is the tailbone. But what they're asking, they says found in the vertebral column. Talking about the column. Alright? Sorry. So the answer for this one would be not 4. It would not be the tailbone. Good? Because this question always been a repeated question that most persons always wanted to know about. All right, so we're just gonna move along just a little bit, guys. We're just gonna move along, all right, because we're not really wasting much time on one question. Good. So number 12 here, it says, in human biological name for the windpipe. This one is very simple, and we all know that in the human, the biological name for the windpipe, guys, it's called the trachea. And does everyone understand? The trachea is very easy and precise. All right, does everyone get that? Let me know in the comment section. Does everyone get that? Does everyone get that? Let me know in the comment section. Does everyone get that, guys? Let me know in the comment section. It's very easy and precise. So the trachea, the other name for the windpipe is called the trachea. So we are supposed to know that. So if you didn't learn anything, make sure you guys is learning something now. Good, yes. Good. Alright, number 30 now. It says which of the following controlled by the autonomic nervous system? Sir, I asked a question. What Annabelle asks? Let me see. Annabelle, what was your question? You mentioned that so it says through if someone did in the exam room, everybody passed, just asking though. Wait, hold up. What? What is going on here? What is the question you asked? Annabelle got it. Alright, good. So here, we're talking about the autonomic nervous system. So we all need to know what is the autonomic nervous system. So autonomic nervous system is a nervous system that we don't have any control over, right? So it's like I would say more like something we don't have any control over, and it's not something, it's the whole process of our body. We can't control our breathing, right? We cannot control our heartbeat. All right, so no matter what you do, you may can stop your breath for a minute, but therefore your heart is still beating, don't? Yes. So that is autonomic nervous system. We cannot control. So it's the system that we have no control over. So we have no control over our breathing, and we have no control over our heartbeat. So the best option for autonomic nervous system would be our breathing and heartbeat. Does everyone understand what is the autonomic nervous system? This question will be repeated tomorrow in your exams, and I need everyone to pay attention so you guys could understand. For running, we can control our running, but we cannot control our heartbeat, and we cannot control our breathing. Does everyone understand? All right, please, I need everyone to understand what's going on. All right, I need everyone to pay attention. Does everyone understand what's going on? Good, because we're just gonna move along, and I hope everyone is paying attention. All right, moving off a lot long. Let's go, guys. All right, good. Sorry, moving along. All right, we're not spending too much time on the question. Number 40 now. All right, so it says bones can be classified into groups. So we're talking about that bones are being classified into groups as short, long, flat, or irregular. To which group do the vertebrae belong? All right, so we're talking about vertebrae. So far we know about the vertebrae. So we know that the vertebrae would belong to irregular. All right, good. So if you guys were supposed to look between the short, long, flat, or irregular, we'd have seen that these bones therefore would belong. So we are talking about the short, long, flat, or irregular. So it says to which group do the vertebrae. So we all know that the vertebrae now would belong to the irregular, right? The irregular. So that is very simple and precise. It's not hard, guys. All right. All right. Good. Does everyone get that? Because we're moving forward. All right. It's very easy and precise. So we're just going through the paper real fast. All right. Number 15. All right, so number 15 says a sprint runner is asked to, include weight training. So we're talking about the follow metrics in his or her workout. So it says which fitness components, will, I would say, improve. Therefore, which fitness components will this improves. So we are talking about the power. So we have seen that the power now, these are would be the improvements. All right, the components. It says with fitness components. So therefore, we know about the fitness components would be power. All right, good. Does everyone understand what's going on here? Does everyone understand? Good. So moving along to number 16. So as it says here, it says during which part of training program is emphasis placed on maintaining general fitness flexibility through active rest. And we all know about fitness and flexibility through active rest. We are talking about off season. So the answer, someone says peak. What someone says on people number 16, the answer was peak season. How do you get peak? We are talking about the whole fitness flexibility through active rest. So for number 16 here, well, most persons normally choose between peak season and off season. There's a difference. So it's what is asking here. It says during which part of training program is emphasis placed on maintaining general fitness and flexibility through active rest. So we are talking about peak season. And those of y'all know what is a peak season, we all know that peak season now, guys, is refers to the time of the year where we have a lot of persons, being like, usually being at their highest, or I would say highest travel. Alright? We all know that a peak season would be more like, tends to be crowd bigger. Most persons been traveling a lot at those times. So therefore, we would have seen that this season, peak season. So that is what peak season refers to. Peak season is when person is traveling, a longer amount of time. So we have seen peak season be one of the most busiest season, we can say. So that was a peak season be. So for number 16, it couldn't be peak season. It would be off season, because off season would normally relates to the period of time would be less frequently. So there would be where less people would be traveling. So for example, like train and all of that. So we'd have seen less person would be traveling, less we'd have lower of the maximum of production or any of those. Alright. So it says, sir, can you explain the other options in number 16? Sure, Laggy. So as I mentioned to peak season. So peak season would be the season where a lot of person travel. So that would be the busy part. So peak season is busy, off season is less. So we are talking about pre-season now. What is pre-season? So pre-season would be like the sporting fixture. So taking place before regular season. So this would be like the period of time where before the regular season. So it's like a preview. Alright? So before the regular season it would have been, they would have the pre-season. Now if we are talking about the pre-competition, what is a pre-competition? Alright, so pre-competition now, guys, it's like I would say more like a time where we'd have seen that prior to the completion between like players and all of that. So we'd have seen there is something would have been where the players would have been competing. right? So it's like a pre-competition. It's more like before this peak season where match would have started and all of that. All right, so it's like a pre-competition. All right, all right, good, good. So moving along, guys. So the answer for number 60 would be off season, because off season would be less time. All right, good. All right, guys. All right, moving forward, and make sure everyone do drop a like on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't do so. If you're new, feel free to turn on the post notification and subscribe. And if guys, you also can follow my Instagram. The link is in the description. All right. So if there's any questions that you guys need to ask, feel free to do so. And you guys can follow my social media. Link is in my description. Thank you so much. And we're moving forward. All right. Good. Number 17 now, you guys. So we're talking about aerobic. So we see that aerobic here as a physical activity contributed best. So when you're talking about aerobic, guys, talking about what? Simple, just like anaerobic and aerobic. We know that aerobic uses oxygen. So therefore we know that during to the process you're talking about endurance. So aerobic could be a physical activity that contributes to endurance, not balance, not flexibility, not agility. Alright? So the answer for number 17 would be B, endurance. Hope everyone is paying attention. All right, good. Number 18 now, it says which of the following sport-related fitness tests measures coordination? Coordination. All right, so when you're talking about this sport-related fitness, if you were supposed to test our coordination, we know about standing. Standing broad jump doesn't test any coordination, but an alternative, hand throw would test our coordination. All right, so the best answer for number 18 here would be what? The answer would be A. Right? Alternate. So it's alternate hand throw. Does everyone understand? Because remember, guys, you need to understand these. All right. Good. So coordination in sports. Let me explain what is a coordination, guys. So a coordination will be like the balance, right? Near to the ability where you're staying like upright, stay in control of the body movements, and like moving like more than two parts of our body to ensure that we have control, the smooth or efficient. So when you're talking about coordination, you're talking about like the movements. So once you can move, control your balance at the same time, stay upright and control the body movement. That is coordination. So if you were supposed to, turn to your left and turn to your right and then throw a ball, then what you would do there is to test in your coordination. All right. Good. Good. All right. Good, guys. All right. So number 19 now, moving along. All right. Very simple and precise. So it says refers to the following diagram: a circuit for muscular strength. So far, guys, we have seen that we have a leg curls, we have a bench press, we have a squats. And what is this one? All right, good. So here it says which of the following exercises best completing the circus. So the circus, we have a leg curls. No, we have bench press, we have squats. So what is missing? So far, jogging, skipping ropes, jogging on the spot. This one is a little bit tricky because person normally choose between A and D, jogging on the spot, but doesn't make sense because we were supposed to do squats. The only thing is missing out of this so far, it's pull-ups. Pull-ups, you can say, because it's base. Jogging on the spots. Most of the times we normally, choose. We normally choose between these options. All right, but most of the times, I would say the best option here, because we're talking about most. I would say best. All right. Yes. Sorry. Sorry, guys. All right. So moving to number 20. So which of the following methods are used for training in sports? So listen, guys, I need everyone to pay attention on this one because this one is a repeated one,
and you guys will see these questions on your exams tomorrow. All right, so for it, when you're talking about training in sports, we are seeing that the circuit would have been one, interval would have been one. So it says methods for training in sports. So let's let me look at this one because it's a little bit tricky for number 20. All right, good. So methods that's being used in sports. Let me just see this something. Hmm, it's a little bit tricky though, but I would more likely go for, I would say, C. So we choose in circuit and interval. Alright, good. I'm going with C, guys. So we're using circuit and interval, not skill. Good. Hoping everyone is paying attention. Sir, when you ending the live? I'm ending the live when I finish all of these two peoples that I have so far. Turn on that. Good, alright? Number 21. Sorry. Says which of the following skills is classified as open? Remember, guys, we were mentioning about open skill and closed skill. So open is where we are affected by our environment, while unclosed skill is not affected by our environment. So a closed skill will be most like we are standing at one spot making this a shoot. So an open skill, we know that a volleyball spikes is affected by environment, right? So that would be an open skill. I hope everyone is paying attention, all right, because it's very easy and precise. Good. Okay, gosh, I was unprepared. All right, that's good. Number 22. All right, so it says we have seen that. Take your phone. Take your phone. Share call bro. Hello? All right, good. So, all right. So first, number 22, it says Nicholas can perform badminton techniques and almost effortlessly, right? So it says this skill learning phase is called. So when you're talking about a learning phase, we are talking about autonomous. So autonomous, guys, would be a learning skill, right? So I need everyone to pay attention now, please. All right, so I need everyone to pay attention. What does a auto? Someone says, sir, why the answers already answers? Because I already answered them. Right? I already answered them thereof. What I would try to do is to explain them while I go through them. All right. So I need everyone to pay attention. So autonomous stage would be most likely when an athlete do not have any I would say think about any skill or she's performing. What a person do when they're learning this type of phase when you're talking about autonomous. The autonomous would be when they're allowing their mind to focus on the events and processing things around them. So they are still learning. So this would be a skill of a learning phase. So we're talking about autonomous. Someone says, sir, you work prepared 2 already? Yes, Yvonne. That was the first paper that I go through. Alright? I think you're a little bit late. So as I told most of you persons, guys, to when I end the live, Yvonne, you don't have to worry. You can go on my channel back again and the live will be there on my channel. Right? Very simple. Number 23. It says which of the following situation does not contribute to injury prevention. Alright. So therefore we're talking about not. So the answer for this one here is which of the following situation does not contribute to injury prevention and is lacking fitness. Remember, once you're doing warm up and you're doing cooling down, then thereafter that would prevent injury. But if you're following the rules of the game, that will not lead to any injury. If you're also using the correct gears and equipments, that will not lead to injury. Alright, good. Another one now. So the answer for number 23 would be A. And it's a very repeated question. We're moving along, guys, because we have to go through the paper real fast. All right, we have to go through the paper real fast. All right, number 24. We're moving forward. It says in physical education and sports, good reaction time is most important, and good reaction time is most important when we are throwing the discus. All right, good. Number 25. It says refers to the following diagram of a person with a muscular body. So we have a strong forearm, we have a thigh, we have a broad shoulder. So here, so far we can see it says which of the types is shown in the diagram above. So we're talking about here. First thing first, you can see that this guy here has a muscular body, forearm, thigh, and a broad shoulder. All right. So if we were supposed to look at this one, first thing first, you can see this is not most like a endomorph. Explain number 24. Someone says I need to explain number 24. All right, number 24. Now it says in physical education and sports, the good reaction time. So I need you to understand what is a good reaction time. A good reaction time is when you're, have a, I would say, a timing limit. So you have a timing limit thereof. The timing limit would be when this would be the perfect time for you to, go along and make the perfect shot. So here we are talking about discus. So if you were supposed to throw the discus, you would have to wait on a perfect time to throw the discus. So there we would have a good reaction time. So the good reaction time here would be, throwing the discus. Not just starting the 100 meter. It says most. So the keyword here is most. Alright. Number 25 was B. Someone says B. I'm looking, alright, I'm really looking through it, alright? Number 25 is B. I will go through number 25. Don't worry, guys. I will look through it, alright? Because I want to see I get the correct answer. So when you're talking about the muscular body, we need to know these meanings. Alright? If you were supposed to say the mesorph, right? This is a body type. So the mesorph refers to the body types with the natural high muscle. So we'd have normally had a muscle to fat ratio. Alright, we have a muscle to fat ratio. So most of the times we would normally say the endomorph now would be like a person being, fat, in the sense that the upper, so when you're talking about the upper part is bigger than the lower part, it's not really refers to the ectomorph. So let me explain something to you guys. We need to understand this meaning when you're referring to the whole diagram. So the ectomorph, right? What this means, it's more like, I would say, the fitness model of a person, right? It's more like the fitness model of a person, but if we're saying that the muscle, so if you're supposed to consider the person that is really muscular, the answer would be B for number 25. So let me erase this one, because we are talking about where we'd have more muscle fat in ratio. So we'd have more muscle. So the more muscle would be here, right, along this side. So if we were supposed to check, look, so here, guys, we'd have seen we would have less in, I would say, less in fat. All right, less in fat here, and we have more in muscle. So more in muscle here, more muscle, right? Let me just write it here. So the answer for number 25 would be B. So the answer would be mesorph, right? Good. All right, someone says we don't understand nothing. Let me read the comment section. How you know this coming tomorrow? All right, I understand, but how him know say this come tomorrow? Guys, to be honest, I've been teaching over more than, I would say, let me check. If I was supposed to calculate, it's been a while I've been teaching, alright? And everything that I'm teaching here will be on your exams tomorrow. And it's not like I'm guessing. Alright? I already mentioned to you guys, if there's, I would say, I want to make a promise with you guys. If any of these questions doesn't repeat, I would say majority, tomorrow you guys will see 90%. Alright? 90% of these questions will be repeated. Alright, and I can guarantee you 100%, guys. So I need everyone to pay attention. The whole reason why I'm telling everyone to pay attention, because most of the times you guys don't pay attention, and then when you don't pay attention, and when it, on the exams, then you guys would say you don't get it. Alright, good. Alright, good. So I need everyone to pay attention. So for number 25, the answer would be mesomorph. Alright, so the answer for number 25 would be mesomorph. So it's when mesomorph is a person who have more, I would say, muscular um, body ratio than less in fat. So for number 25 would be mesomorph. Alright, please continue. Alright, moving forward. Number 26 now, it says, in what direction will a forearm move when the bicep contract? So when a bicep is being contract, the forearm will move upward. So for number 26, the answer would be A. Alright? Good. Number 27, it says, Carla walks 4 miles every day. Which of the following condition will she improve the most? Alright, so here we're talking about the most. So therefore, we'd have seen that the Carla would improve the cardio respiratory fitness. Alright? So, because remember, she's been walking 4 mile every day. So therefore 4 mile impacted the cardio respiratory fitness. All right, just a moment, guys, please. All right. All right, guys. So sorry about that. All right, let me see. All right, good. All right, all right, good. Moving along, guys. Number 28. All right, so it says tennis elbows and cricketers shoulders are examples of which type of injury. So when you're talking about elbow, cricketers, and shoulders, these are refers to the examples of type of overuse. All right, so for number 28 would be overuse. All right. Yes, and yes, Najee, I normally prove it because most persons always wonder how did I know what's coming on the exams, and it's not the first. See, Najee is proving that I normally teach, and the same thing went on the social study and even on more exams. And I can guarantee you guys, if you don't see this on the physical education paper tomorrow, you guys, all of you guys, can add subscribe just to show you that it's not a lie. Alright, I always teach legit stuff. Alright, number 29 now, it says which of the following techniques is used to treat a sprain of the ankle. So therefore we're talking about rice, and we went through this in the paper too. So rice, we're talking about rest the area, height the area, compress the area, and elevate. So this is what rice mean, R-I-C-E. Sprain. Didn't we went through this on the paper too, guys? This was the first one. All right, so this is rice. This is for sprain, R-I-C-E. Good. All right, moving along. Let's go. I hope everyone is paying attention. So number 30, it says in the netball games, Mary constantly drops the ball whenever it passes too quickly to her. How can the coach, assist in correcting this problem perhaps? So therefore, what the coach can do to correct Mary problem in that Mary keep constantly dropping the I would say the ball. What the coach could do is to practice. Let Mary practice the catching skill more in training. So once she do that, then she should be good. Not avoiding passing to Mary. So Mary could just practice the catching skill more in training. Alright? And the answer should be C for number 30. Good. I hope everyone is understanding what's going on here. Number 31. He says when performing pull-ups, what type of contraction occurs at the biceps? So we are talking about the isotonic. So the isotonic would be the contraction that occurs at the bicep. Alright? Not the isometric, not the involuntary. I need everyone to pay attention. Alright? Good. Number 32, we're moving along. It says which food nutrients is best? So the key word is best. Is best choice when attempting carb loading before an activity. So when you're talking about carb loading, we all know about carbohydrate. So what carbohydrate has to do with starch, right? Very simple question. Show paper 2 as well. Shara, I already showed paper 2 before. If you were here, I hope you're sure about the prediction for paper 2. Yes, Jerry, 100% sure, right? Good. All right, number 33. Here it says which of the following foods are rich in fiber. So let me look here. So far we know that both nuts and seeds, legumes, fruits, sugar and seeds. Now the best one here would be legumes and fruits, right? And so it's 1 and 2. So the answer would be A. So we know that nuts, seeds, these have fiber as well. Legumes and fruits, all of these have fiber. So it's 1 and 2. Alright, good. Alright. Number 34 now, guys. It says binging, can impact an athlete's performance because it mainly affect. So when you're talking about binging, we know that binging will normally affect the metabolism. Alright, so the answer for number 34 would be A. It normally affects the metabolism. Alright, so these questions are repeated and I need everyone to understand. Alright, can you explain the option for number 31? Guys, oh my gosh, you guys, why didn't you guys just let me know? Alright, let me explain something. Someone says I need to explain with number 31. Alright, so when you're talking about contraction, we need to know these contraction. So when you're talking about isotonic contraction, let me explain something to you. So isotonic contraction is where when the muscle changes the length and producing limp motion. So when our bicep would be changing in length, so the bicep of our pull-up, so when you're doing pull-ups, when we are doing the pull-ups, the motion, so we are seeing that the length would have been changed of the muscle when we are going up and down, right? So because we are doing pull-ups, so there would be change in length, and therefore we have seen there would be producing the limp motion. So these are concentric, I would say, contraction that occurs when the muscle being shortened. All right, so this is where we're talking about the isotonic contraction. All right, does everyone understand what's going on here? Sir, which paper is first? Paper 1 or 2? Paper 2 first. You're not going to get the multiple choice first. You guys will get the paper that you would have to write first, and you get in the multiple choice last. So you'd have to know information first to write on the paper, and then you should know information for the paper 1. For this paper here would have been the multiple choice. Alright, good. So number 35 is which of the following food groups should an athletics include in his or her diet to prevent constipation? So far we know that fiber is good. That fiber is very, 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 very good. Alright. So fiber would be the answer. Does everyone understand? Sorry. Does everyone understand? Very easy. All right. Good. All right. So moving along to number 36. So it says the body generates ATP from the breakdown of. We all know what is a ATP, right? You all need to know this. All right. So when we are talking about the body, um, we all know that ATP would be the sorry. So we are talking about the adenosine um, triphosphate. So adenosine triphosphate is the ATP. All right, so adenosine triphosphate, guys, is like a source of energy that is used like on storage at a cellular level. So the isoden that I would say the adenosine triphosphate do is normally in a structure that is consisting of, like, I would say, nitrogenous base that would be in the consistence of like sugar that been bonded with phosphate groups. Alright, so therefore we know that all of these would be in the process, I would say, the breakdown of carbohydrate. So adenosine I would say trisulfate, which is the ATP, would be the breakdown of carbohydrate. Does everyone understand what's going on here? Sorry. Number 37. So it says when a company gives financial aid in return for having its name associated with an individual. Team or sports, this is known as, and we know that team or sports, when a company gives its financial aids in return, we are talking about sponsorship. Very simple question. This one is a repeated one as well. We need to pay attention, alright? And while you're on the live, remember to like the video, guys. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe if you're new. Turn on the post notification. Alright, good. We're moving forward now. Number 38, almost through. So it says a lack of iron in the diet, and we all know this, guys. When we are having lack of iron in the diet, this is refers to the I would say conditions. Therefore, we know about anemia. So anemia is when you're having low iron in your blood, I would say in your body, in the sense that causes your blood to be lack of oxygen. So we have less oxygenated blood in your body. So we'd have more deoxygenated blood in your body than more oxygenated. So where we have more oxygenated blood, the oxygenated blood would be where we have rich blood. The rich blood would be rich. The color would be very red. So if you were having like a pale blood color, your blood color would be similar looking like a black, but it's more like black purplish blood, the oxygenated blood. Right? So therefore, the low increase of no lack of iron in your diet would cause to anemia. So the answer for number 38 would be C. Good. All right, good. Number 39 now, it says a footballer needs to increase the protein intake when what? We're talking about the footballer. So why do a footballer need to increase the protein intake? And it's because when training for hypertrophy, protein, remember what a protein do? Protein good for your muscles and all of that, repair tissues and all of those stuff. All right, so we all know that they need to know when we're weight training for hypertrophy. Good. All right, number 40. We're moving along, guys. We're almost through. So we are talking about stimulants. So stimulants are used to, and we all know that stimulants are used to speed up the nervous system. So it's a process where it's like it speed up the nervous system in a sense. Those are stimulants, and we all need to know what is a stimulant. Does you all know what is a stimulant, guys? Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather. Trust me. So it's more like I would say it's a substance that rises the level of the nervous system in the body. All right, so it's more like a drugs. When you're talking about stimulant, it's a drugs that are used to speed up the nervous system. Is someone asking, will you repost the live? Yes, Average. The live will be on my channel, and all of these questions on the paper one here will be repeated, same as the paper two. Most on the paper two will be repeated. You need to know about the governing body, the regional and local body, like for example about FIFA, netball and all of those. So you guys need to pay attention. Can't say I didn't tell you. All of these questions will be repeated back. All. You may find only like 2 to 3 new questions. Alright, good. Number 41, it says athletes, competing in major games are randomly tested for drugs too. Alright, so question, we want to know why they are testing for drugs in athletes. So first thing we know that this would, ensure that the competition is fair. Alright, and Amelia, you need to use some water and wash your face. Alright, if you want to sleep, use some water and wash your face. So first thing we know that they need to ensure that the competition is fair. So this is true. Once the competition is fair, because there's no cheating, because you know that using drugs in sports is referred to as cheating. And we also just want to protect the image of the sports. That is true, because we don't want anyone to keep taking drugs and they will say this is unfair, this will carry down the reputation, the image of the sports. But it's not supporting, they do not support any drugs company. Right? So the answer for number 41 would be A. So it's 1 and 2. Yes, Leon, I will be doing paper ones for foods. I will try to do it early tomorrow as best as I can. I don't think I will get to do it tonight, but I try to go early as possible in the morning. All right, number 42. It says cricket umpire hears the bowler taunting the batsman. All right, so the best action he can take is to. So when you're talking about taunting, it's like most like chatting. So it's most like he's criticizing the batsman in a sense. Alright, so what is the best action that he can take? So the best action he should do is to pull the bowler aside. Do not ignore the bowler and continue match. No. Pull the bowler aside and ask him to refrain from his discourse. Right? Simple. Why would you just go ahead and shout at the bowler and stop his behavior? That would be disrespect. Just a level, that would be disrespect. So therefore the best action here is to pull the ball aside, ask him to refrain from his discourse. Simple. So he could know that is specifically him you're talking about. And just let me explain to you guys, the multiple choice will be 45 questions, not 60. Alright, 45 questions you will get on the physical education paper 1B. It's a 1B. Alright, so it's 45 questions, not 60. So everyone should be able to get the whole 45 questions correct without even one incorrect question. Good. Alright, good. So number 43 now, it says which of the following factors is not a consideration when organizing sports program for young people. So here we all know about alright, just a moment. So we all know about it says not a consideration. So forth, about the ethic background. So there's not a consideration about background when we are talking about sports program for young people. But we would like to know their skills of the sports, and we like to know their size and weight also, because this is very important. The age and gender is important because we're not going to select any elderly persons for sports, and skill of the sports is very critical. But for ethic background, no. So this is not consideration of when we are considering sports program for young people. Good. So for number 44 now we are almost through. It says which of the following are likely to discourage sports not sports but sponsorship agency. So what we are talking about, what can discourage sports sponsorship? So we know about continuing falling profits. So once there would be a large, I would say a large number of profits continuing to fall, then this will discourage sponsorship. So if we are seeing that as sponsorship, such as we could say iCool. We all know about iCool, right? If you're from Jamaica, you're supposed to know about iCool, right? You know that they do sponsorship in sports. So if you're saying that we see that there would be a continuing falling profit of the sponsorship, that would discourage them from sponsoring agencies. Sir, this can be something for going to exams. Not dash. this would be more than cramp. Alright, because all of these questions is 100% legit, and everything that I'm teaching here will be on the exams. So it's more than cramp. It's an easy 1, 2, 3 for you guys to pass the exams. Number 45. So what is the name is and what is the name given to an agreement between an athlete and a sponsor? So therefore, anytime we had a sponsor that's been, in an agreement with the athlete, we're talking about the contract. So any contract that's been signed, this will be an agreement. All right. All right, good. So this is the end of the paper 2018 physical education paper 1. So this is the end so far. Sorry guys, this is the end of the paper. Let me see if I could go through one more real fast, and this will be the end for tonight. All right, this is the end for tonight. Good. And if you're new, make sure you guys do drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, please. All right, turn on the post notification when you do so. That would be, great, trust me. All right, so we're moving forward. All right, let me see if I could go through one more paper, and that's it for tonight. All right. So this paper is a 2019 one, and we're going through this paper real fast. All right, everyone should be able to complete this very easy. Let me see, this will just erase this one because this one is not correct. We're talking about cricket. All right, is I talking about ICC? That is not correct. All right, good. So number 1 now, we're talking about the international governing body for cricket. So the international body for cricket, sir, most of the papers repeated, both written and multiple choice. Hi Daniel, too high Daniel, right? The multiple choice are repeated. 99 point, I would say 99.9 of the questions are repeated for the paper 1, which is the multiple choice. For paper 2, I would say out of 100%, it will be like 85 to 90% of the questions will be repeated, but they will just rephrase them in a different format, but it is the same. Do it fast, please. All right, good. So the international governing body for cricket would be ICC, right? So the answer will be ICC. Number 2, it says what is meant by the term Paralympics, and we all know that Paralympic would be the competition for individual with disability. So anything has to do with Paralympic is person who have been disabled. So the answer for number 2 would be B. Good. All right, number 3. It says the main objective of physical education, and what the main objective of physical education is to develop physical and mental and social well-being. And this one is very simple. D. All right. Good. Are we going through them really quick and steady, guys? We just want to ensure that everyone get the concept. Number 4, it says which of the following is the lowest level of organization in the body? And this one is a 100% repeated one. This one right here. The question here is a 100% repeated one, always repeated. And we're talking about cell. So cell would be the lowest organization in the body, right? Oh. All right, good. We're moving along. Number 5, it says the sheet of muscles lying below the lung is the, and this one is very easy, guys. If we're supposed to look at the lung diagram, we can know that they would say the last, I would say, the muscle of the sheet below the lung is known as diaphragm. So the answer for number 5 would be C, diaphragm. All right, number 6. Now it's showing that the human being labeled. So they're just gonna ask you which of the labeled muscles are abdominal, and you know that right here would be the abdominal, right? 4. This one was a repeated one as well. You see. Number 7. So which of the following systems send message between the brain and the body. And we all know about the nervous system. The nervous system send, I would say, send message between the brain and the body. So for number 7 would be C. Good. Number 8, it says which two bones meets the patella joint. So we know about the femur and the tibia. So those two bones will meet the patella joint. Good. Good. All right. Number 9. Now it says which of the following is a function of human circulatory what I'm saying though, human circulatory system. So therefore we know about the function of the human circulatory system is to move bones. Let me just this one I'm not this one is a little bit, let me just erase this because I'm not liking this. This is wrong. It's not to move bones. No, this is wrong. This is to transport nutrients. Nah, it's not to move bones, guys. This is to transport nutrients. This one is wrong. Move bones. No, 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 no. B, to transport nutrients. Sorry. All right, good. So moving along. Number 10. Alright, so it says which of the following organs aids digestive system in the breaking down of absorption of food? So we're talking about absorption of food, we're talking about like the pancreas and the gallbladder, not the appendix. So therefore for the organs that will be aid in the helps of digestive in the digestive system that break down the absorption of food would be the pancreas and gallbladder. So therefore the answer for number 10 would be A. Right? Good. Alright. It says aid in the this paper is a 2019 paper. Alright. Number 11. So it said this one is a repeated one. It's a 100% repeated one. It says in human biological name for the windpipe, and we all know that the windpipe would be the trachea. Alright. Very simple. Brianna says I give off 2 different answers in my video. No. For this one, for number 10 would be A. What you're talking about, the absorption. So we are talking about aid. So appendix now, guys. Sorry. Sorry. So here we know that appendix does not directly help with digestion. All right. So it's been like more like it has to do with the body where it will be removal of organs that doesn't really appear with any negative health consequences. So we, for the benefits of the appendix, what the appendix do, guys, it produces like, I would say, early defense to prevent serious infection in humans. So it does not contribute to any breaking down or absorption of food. But we know that the pancreas would be helping and the gallbladder. So these are the 2 main ones. Appendix doesn't have anything to do with a digestion, the digestive system. Alright? Good. I'm moving along. We're not wasting any more time. Number 12. Here it says refer to the following type of bones. It says which bone is in the vertebral column? And this was a 2 different question. Alright, this was 2 different answers that I give in the first one. So far, the answer that I gave was the 3rd bone here. But you're talking about in the vertebral column. Alright, so let me just check something here, guys. For the vertebral column, right? If you were supposed to look at the vertebral column bones, we have different types of bones. So the vertebral columns consist of like 7, I would say 7 cervical, 12 thoracic, and 5 luminar, 5 sacral, and like 4 coccygeal. Therefore, if we were supposed to go ahead and look at the vertebral bone, we would normally have the, let me look up this one because if this don't make sense, let me see. Just a moment, guys. Let me look at number 12 because this one is either between 3 and 4. Even though the first paper I give 3, but I'm looking at the vertebral column. So if we were supposed to look at the vertebral column, as I would say, most unlikely this would be the coax. Alright, so the coax would be like the tailbone. Alright, so therefore, it says that's been found in the vertebral column. Let me see, vertebral. Okay. The best one here. The best one here would be 3. Let me go with 3. Alright? Let me go with 3, guys. Good. We're moving along. We're not wasting any more time. Number 13. It says a sprinter is asked to include weight training. And we are talking about the volumetrics in his or her workout. Which fitness component will improve this improvement? And we all know about power. This one is a repeated one as well. 100% repeated, right? Repeated one as well. Good. Number 14. Now, it says select the correct sequence of activities associated with catching a high ball. So first thing first, guys, when you're catching a high ball, what is the first thing we need to do? We need to keep our eye on the ball, right? And we need to catch a ball with the thumb and fingers pointing upward. And then we need to withdraw our hand to cushion the ball. Is that correct? Yes. Right? Good. All right, good. So we're moving forward. Sorry. Good. So we're moving forward, all right? Good. Number 15. It says, which of the following sports-related fitness tests measures the coordination? So here we're talking about coordination. So therefore the answer would be alternate hand wall throw. Alright, and this one is very simple and easy. Alright, moving forward. Let me just zoom up this paper a little bit so you guys could see. Alright, good. Number 16. It says, which of the following are methods of training in sports? So we are talking about method of training. So we know about interval, right? And we know about circuit. Alright, for the other one was mentioning about skill. So we know that a skill would not be a method of training. But for a forklift, right? For a forklift now would be 1. So all of these 3 would be included. Someone is mentioning about something wrong. Number 14 is wrong. How did you get number 14 is wrong? What are you talking about? How could it wrong? First thing first, if you're catching a ball, listen. They said the sequence associated with catching a high ball. If you're going to catch in a high ball, the first thing you need to do is to keep your eye on the ball, don't? And then the second thing you would have to do is to catch the ball with your thumb and finger pointed upward. Is that correct? Good. And after you catch the ball, what you do to withdraw your hand. So what you're talking about, withdraw hand, to catch it, to hold the ball firmly so the ball wouldn't drop. So the answer would be B. So it's 1, 3, and 2. How did you get it wrong? How did you get that wrong? I don't understand. Alright? Every answer that I'm giving here, I'm very assured of it. Because it's not my first teaching physical education. Alright? And this is very simple, guys. Alright? But question is make to ask, and I love when you interact. So it doesn't matter if you say it's wrong or right. Once I can go over it and explain it, then you should understand. Good. But alright, so number 17 here, we are talking about the multi-stage fitness. So the multi-stage fitness could be tests using the measure. So we are talking about the cardiovascular endurance. So when you're talking about the multi-stage fitness, it can be used to test the measure of the cardiovascular endurance. This one is a little bit not really repeated one, but you guys can still look for this one. Alright. Number 18. It says aerobics. So it says aerobics as a physical. This one is a repeated one. So it says aerobics as a physical activities contribute best to, and we know that it best contribute to endurance. Right? Good. Alright, number 19 now. It says the ability to change direction quickly while moving relates to. Alright, so when you're talking about the ability, so if you were supposed to go in forward and then you just make a quick turn, right, and turn to you backward, then therefore that would be the whole movement of agility. Alright, so the answer for number 19 here would be A, agility. Good. Can we get at least 300 likes on the stream, guys? Everyone do drop a like, alright, and share this stream. I'd really appreciate it. Please and thank you. Alright, moving along to number 20. Alright, it says which of the following are, reasons for doing warm-up exercise. So why do we do warm-up? We know that we do warm-up and it's not to remove just lactic acid. But let me see something here. Let me check something here. Let me see. Guys, I will check number 22. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, alright? Don't worry. Because well, before I do, confirm the answer, I always check them. So don't worry. Alright, number 20. It says which of the following reasons for, doing warm-up exercises. So first thing first, we know that to do warm-up exercises, we have to be increasing the whole flexibility of the joint. And it also to, I would say, sizing the individual. So sizing the individual is mean like to give them, the whole, idea what to do, so we know that we can keep the body warm in the sense. So the best answer for number 20 would be C. Good. Number 21 now. Alright, good. So it says which of the following skills, requires good hand-eye coordination. Alright, so first thing first, we all know if you're supposed to dribble, we know that therefore we have to keep our eyes, and so it says requires a good hand-eye coordination. Let me check number 21 because I'm 21 here. It says hand-eye. If you're supposed to dribble, I know you use your eye though. Because it's not hand-eye. Dribble. Does this really make sense? Let me check something here. We'll erase this answer because I'm not really, upholding with this one. He says dribble requires a good hand-eye. You'd have to say catching. Catching would be the best. Yes, because remember, if you're using your hand to catch, remember you'd have to use your hand to ensure that you'd have the good coordination. But coordination now, it's more like you're moving to the stance. So you still have to move and catch with the same sense, not dribbling. Because it's not keeping the motion. But I'm seeing here. The answer is C, guys. I'll go with C because it says hand. This is the main, key point why I didn't use dribbling. If they were mentioning about just high or whatever be the case, but it says catching. Catching would be the best one. Number 22 now. I'm unsure about number 22. Trust me. Guys, I need everyone to pay attention. Most of these that I already, was already underlined. Don't watch it. Because what I normally do is read over and I also confirm. So most of these may incorrect, but as I read, I go along through them. So don't worry. All right. Good. All right. Good. So let me see something now. So we're talking about the movements. So if you're supposed to have the movements, right, of the arm and leg, cause the entire body to move forward, immerse into, what is known as arm and leg. So first thing first, we need to understand. If we were mentioning about the whole arm and leg of water, let me see this one. Because it's more like, let me check something. So buoyancy, right? Um, all right. So buoyancy, right? Listen, guys, buoyancy. So C for number 22, buoyancy would be the whole level of having the ability of something being float in the water. So it says it was moving forward while immersing in the water, causing the body to move forward. It's not floating, so therefore we know that floating is not in it. Is not in it. Let me just X off this. So floating is not in it. All right, and the the streamlining. This doesn't make sense. Whole doesn't make sense. Like a sense, because we're not using any streamlining. The buoyancy now would be the sense where we are trying to see. It's more like a tendance, the tendance of an object floating in a fluid. So it says the body was moving forward while immersing in the water. So it was still moving. So it's not just the objects that been floating in a fluid. So because we know that buoyancy would be like we had it's more like an object is being upward force known as the buoyant force. So guys, when we are having like any gravity that's been I would say exert, the upward force is known as the buoyant. So what the buoyant would be is be like any object that's been immersed in them. So that any object that's been immersed in the water. But it says that it was immersed while moving. So it would not be just, let me just confirm the answer, guys, because I don't want to give you any wrong answer. Just a moment. Let me just reason it out a little bit. So the propulsion now, the propulsion would be, let me see here. Just a moment, guys. Let me see. So propulsion now would be like more like the force that's been had in like the momentum of the water that have been, flow of water in certain direction. Because they says that it's been moving. So buoyancy would not be, because buoyancy would be the whole, of force of the water keeping, I would say keeping the whole sorry, keeping the whole, I would say, object afloat. But it says it was moving, so the answer would be propulsion for number 22. All right, good. All right, number 23 now. It says when the bicep contract the forearm, and we all know this one. This one is a repeated one as well. So once the bicep contracts, the forearm would have moved upward. All right, good. Good. We're moving forward now. Number 24. It says Nicholas can perform badminton, right? Techniques almost effortlessly. So the skill learning in the phase is called, and we know that the skill is called autonomous, right? So the answer for number 24 would be A. Moving along, number 25 now. It says which of the following, training principle involve increasing training gradually. So gradually, when you're talking about, keeping, a step by step. So these are step by step would be progression. So the answer for number 25 would be C. All right, number 26, it says tennis, elbow, and cricketer's shoulders are examples of which of the following, I would say, types of injury. So we are talking about tennis, elbow, and cricketer's shoulders are being overused. So for number 26 would be A. Hope everyone is paying attention. Number 27 now. He says which of the following techniques is used to treat a sprain of an ankle. So we are talking about rise. Rise the area. So we are talking about not rise the area, but rest the area, ice the area, also compress the area, and then we elevate. Good. So number 27 would be D. Number 28 now is which food nutrients is best, choice when attempting carbohydrates before an activity. So once you talk about carbo loading, we know about the whole, starch. So once it's talking about carbo loading, we are talking about carbohydrate. All right, moving forward. Number 29. Which essential nutrients in the diet of a human makes up 60% of the body weight? And we all know about the body weight. This is wrong. Let me see something here. Oh, it says essential nutrients make up the body weight. Let me see here. Just a moment. Not water. What does this mean? No, 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 no. 60% make up the body weight. So it says essential nutrients in the diet of a human. Oh, in the diets of a human make up body weights. Just a moment. Let me look at this one. Oh, wait. Oh, it says in the diet. Oh, water. It says in the diet, not says in the diet of the body weights. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I got it. Because I was overlooking at this one here. It says in the diet. Because I was just looking at it, guys. So the answer here for number 29 would be B. Alright? Good. Because I'm looking at this. I'm not trying to say the whole essential nutrients. It says the nutrients in the diet. The whole reason I say about the diet of the human body. I just know it's water. Alright? Good. Number 30 now. It says when a bone at a joint is forced out, and it's normally the position, the condition is called, and we're also talking about a dislocation. Sorry. So it's when like you broke your arm or some sense that the bone was relocated from its original position. It's known as dislocation. All right, because I'm getting a little bit tired now, guys. All right, going forward. Number 31, it says a footballer need to increase the protein intake when, and we all know that the footballer need to increase the protein intake when training for hypertrophy. Alright? Alright, good. Number 32. Alright, good. So it says which of the following is our use, a source of energy in the absence of carbohydrate and fat? And we all know that this one would be fiber. So it says is used as a source of energy, absence of carbohydrates and fat. I'm a little bit sleepy, guys. Let me look at this one. So it says absence of carbohydrate. So therefore we know that carbohydrate would have not been the presence there. So vitamin is not in it. We're not using vitamin. Minerals would have not been. Protein, not a sense. So the answer would be fiber. Alright, number 33. uh Number 33. So it says government help to build the community link through the provision of what? So we know that government can help to build the community by the linkage, I would even say the financial help for clubs. So this would be one. And they normally uses coaches and other personnel as well, but not just sports. Let me see, sporting facility. This more like look as government can help the community sporting facility. Not really. So it's more like C. The answer would be financial aids, for the clubs and coaches for personals. Good. Moving along, guys. Good. All right. Good. So number 34. It says the main reason why fewer girls, and boys take part in sports, and the whole reason is because it's of this, stereotyping. So for number 34, here you'd be, B, stereotyping. Guys, I'm moving really fast because I'm getting a little bit sleepy. Alright, moving forward. Number 35 here. So it says, someone says I need to go back. Come on. Guys, I'm really getting a little bit sleepy, alright? So we're talking about number 34. The main reason why fewer girls, than boys take part in sports, and it's because of stereotyping. Alright, so the answer for number 34 would be B. Alright, someone is saying number 33 is wrong. How? You say why it wouldn't be all three? It says government can help build community links through the provision. Yeah, well, you had a point, but it says provision. So first thing I know that the provision would be where provide. So the government could provide financial help through the help for clubs, also coach and other personnel, and where provision of also sports. It's a little bit between, well, guys, you guys can choose between C and D, but my most answer is will be C. Because it's more like not just sporting facilities, because it says linkage through. It can be through sports facility as well, but it says through the build of the community. So I would say financial help for clubs and coaches and personnel. But I will go with C for that one. Alright. Good. Alright, number 35 now. It says you are a cricket umpire, right? And you heard the bowler taunting the batsman. The best action to take is to, and we all know this one. This one is a repeated one. So what we can do is to go along and pull the bowler aside and ask him to refrain from his discourse. Alright. Alright, moving forward. Number 36 now. So this would be a diagram showing the arousal effects of the quality and the athletics performance. So this would be the level of arousal. So it says which region is best, shows the athletics at its best performance. So far we can see that the best performance would be between B here and C. Alright. So the best answer would be B to C. See? Simple one. Really, sporting facility don't link community though. Sporting facility. Well, yes. In a sense, who said that? Severe. Severe. Yes, Severe. It do link sporting, communities. In a sense. But trust me, this answers more like questions where we normally had people, been debating about it. But I will go with C for that one. Alright, so number 37, he said which of the following factors is not consideration when organizing sports programs for young people, and we know that their ethnic group is not matter. Alright. Alright, good. We're moving forward now. Number 38, he says a player is given a red card in a hockey match for minor infringement. So it says as the captain of the team you should, and we know that the first thing as a captain should do is to encourage the rest of the team to play harder. Do not let them quit. Alright. Good. It's not paper one first. Yo Saint, it's not paper one first. Alright. You will not get paper one first. They will not do that. CXC will never allow that. You get in the paper where you have to write, and then you get in the multiple choice last. Alright, good. Number 39. It says Jack is physically challenged but attends public school. During physical education session, the teacher should, and we all know that what the teacher should do is to adapt the lessons to include Jack. Alright? So the answer for number 39 would be D, and this one is a repeated one, and I need everyone to pay attention. Good. Alright, no one should get a grade 2. No one should get a grade 2. All grade 1s, because it's very simple. Physical education is very easy. No, well, I could accept the grade 2 though, but I don't need any grade 2. I need straight grade 1s. You guys can get it. Annabelle, you can get a grade 1. Sir, do paper 2. I already do paper 2 already, Chris J. It's on the live here. I already do it before. Right here is paper 2. I already go through it. 2 papers. Number 40, it says which of the following should an athlete include in his/her diet to prevent constipation? Good. And we already know that the answer here would be fiber. So when you're talking about constipation, you're talking about fiber. Fiber. Good. Someone says, sir, do papers 2s. I already do paper 2 already. Chris J, that's what I'm saying to you. I already do paper 2 already. You came late. Alright, good. You can skip the live back. Yes, you can skip the live. You can go, Alright, good. So number 41. He said which of the following is not an example of a display of a sportsmanship? So we all know that winning at all costs is not an example of a sportsmanship, because what? It's not every time we will win. Most of the times we will lose, and sometimes we will win. So therefore it's like a lose and gain in a pocket. Alright, so we have to accept defeat and we have to respect the rules of the game and we have to shake the hands of the opponents. But winning at all costs is not an example of our display of a sportsmanship. So the answer for number 41 would be B. Alright, number 42 now. We just go along and look at it. It says, which of the following can be assessed through the internet? So first thing first, we know that the results of a sporting activities can be, assessed through internet. So that would be yes. Another one, the detail of sporting event and fixtures can be seen through an internet. Yes. The statistical information and sporting event can be seen on the internet as well. So all of these will be applied. This one is a repeated one as well. All right, good. And all of these questions will be repeated today, guys. All right, sir, do HSP paper one for tomorrow. I will try my best to, guys, I'm going through a lot of paper and I need a little rest. So please bear with me. I went out of my way. Um, yes. Remember, guys, I am going through a lot of paper. So I'm trying. I went on my way today just to get this paper done, because I was trying. This physical education paper is hard to get. And remember, guys, everyone to follow my Instagram. The link would be in my description. All right, guys. Can I get 400 likes on the stream? Can we get at least 30 more likes? Let's go. All right. Good. We're moving forward now. Number 43. So which of the following is not a reason why athletes, competing in major games are randomly tested for drugs? And it's not to support the research. It says not. But we know this one is a repeated one. So let me just put the R there. Alright, so this one is be a repeated one as well. So it's not to support the research of the WADA. Alright. Sorry. I hope everyone understands what's going on here. Please pay attention. Appreciate it, sir. No problem. Life with Reeks and Donnelly. No problem. Alright, number 44. Now we're almost through. I think it was only like one more question to leave and that's it. Because this, guys, just for your let me know, let everyone know. You will not get 60 questions. You only will get in 45 questions. Does everyone understand? On the multiple choice, it's only 45 questions only. Just for your information, not 60. So you do not study for 60 questions on it. It's only 45 questions you will only get. Alright, only 45. Alright, so we're gonna go through this question here, and it's very easy. So it says cardiovascular fitness. Alright, so we're talking about cardiovascular fitness. Is being tested by athlete by what? Alright, so this one is it's more like the test. Alright, so cardiovascular, sorry guys. Alright, so